What's good? Black Power family, what's going on? It's your boy Psychopath Black at you. You know, on the late night tip. You know what I'm saying? I was going to do this tomorrow, but I just got finished hearing some fuckery right here. I got to speak on this, family. I got to put this out here, and I'm gonna put this out here right now. I am denouncing myself as far as being a part of this conscious community over here on YouTube. I'm denouncing that whole fuck circle over there. Everything over there is a bunch of fuckery. And I'm denouncing it. All right? I will no longer associate myself as being a part of that bullshit over there. Oh, this ain't me telling you I'm changing my views though, family. I don't want y'all to start tripping. Don't start, calm down, don't type too fast. Because this ain't me saying my views are changing at all. Oh, it's still pro-black all day, every day over here. I'm still black first. I'm going to die that way. All right, so let's put that out there. I am denouncing myself from this online fuckery of a community that's called the conscious community. My bad. The Coonish community. That's what that shit has became. Actually, I'm wondering if that's what the fuck it's always been. And the motherfuckers was just pulling the wool over my motherfucking eyes. You know what I'm saying? Again, this ain't me changing my views, family. That little coonish ass circle over there changed their motherfucking views. That coonish circle over there changed their motherfucking views. Therefore, I'm distancing myself. I can't be a part of anything that's affiliated with a bitch ass motherfucking buck dancing Sambo zit coon ass motherfucker like Tammy. All right? I have been trying to stay quiet on this shit. I've been biting my tongue on certain things. I've been overlooking certain things. Everything else, I can't do it no more, family. I can't do it no motherfucking more. Let me explain what the fuck is going on for the people out there that might be confused. All right, there's a side netter decides to do a spot on the spot something like debate or something. I don't know. I think it was Zion Lex versus Jabari, right? That's cool. You know, they doing a little debate, whatever. You know what I mean? Let them do their little debate thing, right? Cool. No problem. Right? So Sarnetta uploaded a video. You know, people was waiting for the debate to drop. So Sarnetta uploaded a video saying that the debate is going to be not on his channel, but through his Patreon. So you had to be a part of his Patreon to be able to see the debate. Right? Now, let me put this out there. I had absolutely no problems with him doing this. Because, I mean, if you understand what Patreon is, you understand that's a part of being a Patreon. Is you pay X amount of dollars per month and you get exclusive footage. You get exclusive footage, might get a gift or something, you know, maybe a t-shirt, hat, whatever the case may be. You know, this is what happens when you sign up for a Patreon. You're supposed to get something exclusive from the content creators, right? That only the Patreons can get. And if Sarnetta chooses to make the debates the exclusive content that he wants to put out there, I have no problems with that, nor should anybody else, right? No problems with this. right? He upload videos. Okay, fine. You know, debates on your Patreon. I ain't got no problems with that. Cool, whatever. It's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? Some people had a problem with it. Some people had a problem with it. Some people started complaining under the video, right? Now, some people had legitimate complaints. Some people had legitimate concerns. Again, I just explained why that shouldn't be the case. But, you know, some people aren't thinking like that. And some people don't even understand what Patreon is. So, like, you know, some people was upset under the video, right? And, of course, you're going to have the trolls that was just, you know, they look for anything to bang on Sinetta about. And they're going to pick this to bang on Sinetta or whatever. I guess they was under there going ham. I don't know because I wasn't reading the comments, right? I'm just going off what Sinetta said in a couple of comments he showed, because later on, Sinetta does a live stream, right? And in this live stream, he starts going crazy, complaining about these little trolls commenting under his video. And then he starts to do what I noticed he's been doing for the last few weeks, which is really irritating the shit out of me. And hence why I've came to the decision that I came to. He decides, because some trolls got on his nerves, he decides he wants to do yet again, for the umpteenth time, try to use Tammy as a way to troll us, right? Because some trolls left some fucking comments under his fucking video. He wants to troll everybody on his channel by putting Tammy Sotomayor's name in the fucking title, saying how I can't say Tammy's wrong. All y'all do is prove him right, right? Because of some trolls, he decides that he's going to take Tammy and use him to troll us. People like myself who wasn't even under that video talking shit. To troll other motherfuckers who wasn't talking shit, who can't stand Tammy. And the whole stream, he's sitting up here agreeing with all the fuckery that Tammy has motherfucking been doing and saying. He said, he got on his whole soapbox about how Tammy's right about every motherfucking thing. Really? Tammy's been right about everything? Was Tammy right when he told white people to go gun down the first young black man they fucking saw? Was he correct in telling them that too? Oh, you can't motherfucking co-sign some of it, don't co-sign all of it. I don't want to hear that shit. Si, I really don't want to hear that shit. You gonna sit up here and, yo, what the fuck? Then this Sinetta gets his batshit crazy ass, his bipolar ass, gets his ass up under the, he gets his ass on his fucking soapbox, right? Starts going on about how, what was he saying? Oh, Tammy, y'all be saying stuff about Tammy and everything else. Why y'all get so mad at what Tammy say? Why y'all get so mad at what Tammy say? Why would you get mad if Tammy call you gay? If you're not gay, you shouldn't be mad. But you're getting mad, so that means you must be gay, right? This was Sinetta's logic. Then he turns around, 3 sentences later, he turns around and says, see, this is what I mean. Y'all always doing this and y'all always doing that. Y'all be under this video saying this and saying that, and that's why I'm going to agree with everything Tammy says. That's why I'm agreeing with everything Tammy says. Tammy saying this and Tammy saying that. That's why Tammy says right, because y'all under the videos talking shit. Like, wait, what? Bruh, hold up, wait, pump your brakes. What you need to do is follow your own fucking advice. Because if what these people are saying under this video as far as, oh, Sinetta, you a scammer. Oh, Sinetta, you're greedy. Oh, Sinetta, you only in this for the money. But yet you listen to all that shit, Sinetta. You listen to all that shit and you get butthurt. You get up in your fucking feelings over those fucking comments. And then you turn around and you make dumbass live streams like the one you made tonight, bitching and complaining, talking about how Tammy's correct about everybody. Because some trolls decide to leave you some comments. Why don't you sit up there and follow your own advice, Si? Can you do that for me? Can you follow your own advice? If you're not a scammer, right? If you're not in this for the money, right? And you're not being greedy, right? You're not being all, why do you care what they're saying? You said yourself they're faceless, voiceless trolls. You can't put a face or a voice to these stupid ass comments. But those comments had you so up in your feelings that you went up there and made a live stream and embarrassed yourself. Tammy was sitting there live streaming the same time you was, Si, clowning you. Everybody in his comment section clowning you. Tammy sitting there like, yeah, son, see, I tried to tell him he was right. I tried to tell him, I'm like, he's pro-black, everything else. He ain't want to listen to me, blah, 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 blah. You up here calling out women nigger bitches and shit like whatever the hell you said, nigger chicks or whatever. What? The fuck is that? You just straight going full blown Tammy now. Now you're just gonna start making up phrases for our women. You about to start making up slurs for us too. We next, right? You called us savages. You said all types of crazy ass coonery up in that fucking stream. Because of some trolls? Really? I gotta hear you insult every black person because some trolls decided to comment your shit. You know how many times I get trolled, Sinetta? Probably not as much as you, but I promise you, I don't react the way you do. I see a troll, boop, get him out of here, bye. I brush it off. It's just a troll. Who cares? They're cowards. Trolls are cowards. Ain't gonna worry about no goddamn troll saying. Ain't no troll ever gonna get up here and have me co-signing Tammy. Bring all the fucking trolls on. Bring all you fucktards on. Ain't none of you motherfuckers gonna make me change my motherfucking opinion. I ain't sensitive like that. Ain't none of these trolls gonna have me changing my positions. I stand too strong on mine for that. Flip-flopping, wishy-washy ass bullshit going on over there. Sick of this shit. Done with you motherfuckers, man. Fuck the conscious community. I'm a part of the Black First community. That's what I'm a part of. If you're a Black First, you could be down with my fucking community or our community. They ain't mine. I'm not gonna play like I'm some leader or some shit. But I'm part of the Black First community. If you're Black First, you could be down, motherfuckers. How about that? I don't have time for this fuckery. Because anybody, all you motherfuckers running around here claiming to be conscious is fucking lying anyway. Half of you motherfuckers over there ain't nothing conscious about you. I'm part of the Black First community. That's what I'm a part of. Fuck this online fuckery over here with all the troll circle, where all the trolls and the coons thrive. All the coons and the trolls thrive over there in that community. Y'all can have it. I want to be around people who actually stand for something, stand on something, stand firm in their spot. And ain't gonna let no trolls shake them up out their position. This ain't the first time. This is just the last time I'm gonna listen to that crap. I just unsubbed all his channels. I don't want to hear that shit no fucking more. Knock yourself out. Have fun with it. I'm not going to be that dude that's going to make 800 videos about you. But I am here to say that I'm done. What's good, Ram? What's going on, RBG? What's good? Let's see who else up in here. D-Red, I saw you. What's good? Ferguson Factor, what's going on? I'm done with that shit over there, though, man. I can't deal with this shit, man. These old flip-flopping ass shit, man. Every time he gets, well, I mean, what's going to happen? Next time he gets pissed off, what next? If I don't say nothing now, what's going to happen? What, next week, somebody's going to troll him up under another video. He's going to make another stream with Tammy's name in the title, talking about how great he is. Kissing Tammy's ass. So I never done turned into a goddamn Tammy ass kisser. I was listening to that stream like, whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? You made a name for yourself being on our side. Now you flip-flopping. And he ain't the only one who's done it over there. He's just the most recent. And I'm just sick of it. These coons over there use our motherfucking struggle to get themselves out there. Get themselves out there. The second they get to a certain position, they flip-flop. Sick of these motherfuckers, man. Fuck these motherfuckers over there, man. Fuck it, man. I ain't want to have to make this fucking video, but fuck this. I don't even care anymore. They don't give a fuck about how we feel, so why the fuck should I care, right? Motherfuckers don't care that we don't get 3 shits about Tammy. We don't want nothing to do with that motherfucker. Motherfuckers don't care. Keep throwing Tammy up in our face. I click on the stream, Tammy's there. I log into YouTube, Tammy's in the title. I do that everywhere. Tammy. I might as well sub him back. I might as well go sub Tammy again. Because everywhere I go, he's there. It's disgusting. Make no damn sense. You contradicted yourself so much in that damn stream. I could play that stream right now and pick apart everything you said, Sinetta. I ain't even gonna go through the trouble, but I promise you I could. You contradicted yourself so much in that stream. You really sat there and told people they need to stop worried about what other people are saying. When nobody, you of all people really need to follow your own advice. For real, for real. You need to stop paying attention to the trolls. That's what gets your ass in fucking trouble. You always listen to the damn trolls. Make no damn sense, man. Because somebody trolled you up. And somebody going to troll you up next week, too. They probably troll you up tonight. Them trolls don't quit. So I guess we're going to get more streams from him. Well, I won't be watching it. That shit ain't popping up on my shit. I clicked, got to that notification shit the fuck out of there, all that shit. I don't want to be notified on my phone with Tammy's name all up in the fucking title. I'm getting notifications with Tammy's right about you. What? The fuck is you talking? I'm cursing my phone out. The hell you talking about Tammy right about me? The hell is this? I click on this crap, I gotta hear him crying about fucking trolls again. Your platform is too big for you to be crying about trolls. Your platform is too big for you to be crying about trolls. Smaller channels can cry about trolls. If you got like 100 something subs, 200 something subs, and you complain about trolls, that's one thing. When you got the amount of subs you got and they get the amount of views you got, the last thing you need to be concerned with is fucking trolls. Peace to Six Dynasty, what's going on? Peace in it to win it, what's good with you? Can't do this little coonish ass community anymore, man. I can't do this shit. I can't. Can't be a part of that. These motherfuckers co-signing Tammy. I can't be a part of nothing co-signing Tammy. You wanted to chase the black first motherfuckers away? Congratulations, Side Netta. You're doing a good job. You're doing a damn good job. Shit's ridiculous, man. How? Every time motherfucker get mad, he gonna throw Tammy up in our face of trollers. What are we gonna sit there and take that shit for? After a while, motherfuckers gonna say, you know what, fuck this. I gotta hear a whole bunch of dumb shit because trolls said some dumb shit to you. I gotta hear you bash out motherfucking people because trolls said some shit to you. Fuck out of here. Big J, I hope you don't get it twisted, Big J. I'm still pro-black than a motherfucker. Don't ever get that shit twisted. My views don't change. Yeah, you're right, Rand. You're right, Rand. I see exactly what you was talking about. See exactly what you're talking about. I saw flaws in this community. I know this community was never perfect. I never was one that said the conscious community was like some paradise or something, you know, like something that, you know, like that was without flaws. It was flaws all in it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not a person that tried to hold the conscious community to perfection. I'm not that guy. You understand? I just wanted them to stand on something. The main thing I wanted them to stand on is being black first. And if you're dealing with a motherfucker like Tammy, you are no longer black first. If you are up here co-signing a motherfucker like Tammy, you are no longer black first. These motherfuckers say what the fuck they want. They get up here and preach whatever the fuck they want. Actions speak louder than words. If a motherfucker tells you something enough, believe him. Believe him. And I done heard him say enough that Tammy is right about you Negroes. I done heard that statement come out of his mouth enough for me to sit up here and say, you know what? I believe everything you saying right now. You believe that. So let me eliminate myself from this situation. Because I'm not going to be down with no Tammy backers. I'm not going to be sitting up here defending, promoting, supporting no goddamn Tammy backers. Sorry, won't be me. I can't do it. I can't, my heart won't let me do it. My black soul won't let me do it. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? How can anybody who talk all this black power shit turn around and then say that somebody who wished death on me, you, side, everybody, calling for our heads, telling all those white nationalists to take shots at us freely. And Sinetta said he's right. I could get all into the pedophile stuff too. I guess he's right about that too, right? Is he right about the fact that we should all be able to fuck 15-year-olds? Should the 15-year-olds of your family be fucked by grown-ass men? Because that's what Tammy thinks. Huh? Was Tammy right about that too, Si? Tell me what the fuck is he right about? You know them Negroes he was talking about? He's talking about you too, motherfucker. You understand that, right? I don't know what make you think you excluded from that category when Tammy's talking about black people. Who the fuck you think you are? You think you excluded from that category? He's just talking shit about you last. Matter of fact, he's just talking shit about you tonight. Stupid motherfucker. You act like you really right. Lately, you have really been acting like you chasing Tammy around like a fucking lapdog. It's fucking disgusting. Swear, man. I'm just sitting here just looking around. I'm seeing all this shit, and I'm like, where the fuck am I at? I'm thinking I'm around a whole bunch of motherfuckers like me, like-minded motherfuckers like me, and I turn around motherfuckers that took off their mask, and now all I see is rings around their fucking eyes. Rings around these coon-ass motherfuckers' eyes. That's all I'm seeing now. Whiskers and shit all over the fucking place. How the fuck did I end up here? What the hell is going on? Where am I at? I got to get the fuck out of here. I got to be out. I can't promote this. I can't support this. I can't stay quiet on this no more or nothing. This shit is out of control. I'm tired of getting trolled up. He gets trolled, so he trolls us. That's how it works over there. And he got nothing but yes men over there, so they not going to check him. Nobody over there going to have enough heart to sit up there and say, "Si, you out of pocket." Everybody's going to sit up there and ride with him. But he's out of fucking pocket. Family, if I ever start flipping like that, I ever start getting wishy-washy like that, please, everything you see me doing tonight, do the same to me. If I start acting like these motherfuckers over there, please check me. Check me. I'm begging you, check me. If y'all notice that I'm changing, and I'm starting to do this, and I'm starting to co-sign motherfuckers like Tammy and shit like that, y'all got every right to call me out. Y'all got every right to call me out. Matter of fact, I want you to. Wake me the fuck up, because that means I'm going back to sleep. If I start co-signing a motherfucker like Tammy, that means I'm going back to sleep. Wake me up. Because that's what's going on over there. These quote-unquote conscious motherfuckers are acting like they unconscious over here. They acting like they done got laid out. Like the referee didn't stop the fighting time. These motherfuckers is laid, stretched. They ought to bring the stretch out for the motherfucker, carry him out. They sleeping. These motherfuckers ain't conscious. Talking that dumb shit, they not. Ain't no way in hell you gonna make me believe that. I don't give a fuck who they walked with, who taught them. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. How long they been in the streets, none of that. All right? You could be conscious 1 minute and be unconscious the next. Just because you was conscious before don't mean you still conscious. Somebody done slipped your ass in some fucking Mickey. Gave y'all motherfuckers the date rape drug. Now these coons is having their way with you motherfuckers. All kinds of nasty ass shit going on, that sick ass fucking orgy. The hell y'all doing over there? You know, sleeping pills the fuck alone. You know what the fuck going on, man? Shout out to everybody who's black first. Shout out to all y'all. My black first family, man. Fuck that conscious shit. My black first family. I don't give a fuck if you believe in a God or not. If you're black first, that's all I give a fuck about. I'd rather go to Bible study for 3 hours than to listen to a motherfucker telling me how right Tammy is about the black community for 3 hours. That's how much motherfucking, that's how cringeworthy that stream was. I'd rather go to Bible study for that amount of time. And I would sit there and listen to every word. Craziness. That's real. That's real. Being real requires that famous gut check. Yep. That's real. What's going on, Eric? That's real. So he said something like that in his stream too, talking about Tabby hitting y'all with that truth and y'all can't deal with it. Tabby be giving y'all that work. What? Tabby be giving who that fucking work? Tabby bitch ass. I'll drop that link right here in the fucking chat right now. If Tammy was in there, he would not click on it. I promise you that bitch ass motherfucker wouldn't click on it. Give who that work? That punk ass motherfucker? 1 minute you said Empress Setmet was going to tear his ass up on stage and put him on trial, and 2 weeks later you said Tabby be giving us that work. Which one is it, Si? You bipolar ass motherfucker, which one is it? Do Tammy give us that work? Or are we supposed to give him that work? Which one is it? You're talking out both sides of your mouth. This is why I can't take what the fuck you saying serious. You're trolling. You're trolling. You're no better than the motherfuckers who left that comment under that video having your ass up in your feelings. You're no better than them because you're doing the same shit. You're trolling. You're trolling and you're using Tammy to do it. You're just saying shit to get a rise out of motherfuckers, and that makes me question, what is your purpose? What is your purpose? Believe that I just heard that crap. Listen to this crap. Then you gonna start beating down our sisters? Talking about some, am I supposed to believe that the black woman is God? We got nigga chicks like this right around. I'm supposed to believe the black woman is God? We got nigga girls like this? I'm not talking about all women. I'm not talking about all women. That's the same rhetoric Tammy used. You sounded just like Tammy. I'm not talking about all girls. I'm just talking about girls who sound like this and act like this. They nigger girls. I'm supposed to say that the black woman is God with these nigger girls? Well, you were saying it before. Before they was God. You ain't had no problem saying that shit before. Now because you got trolled up, they not God no more. Now they the fucking devil. You ain't making no fucking sense. The goddamn bipolar, batshit crazy motherfucker. That's the hell you are. You don't know what the fucking side nutter you gonna get from day in, day out. If he in a good mood, you get good side. If somebody been trolling them and pissed them off, you gonna get bad side. And he's gonna say all types of dumb shit. And do dumb shit. All that fucking drama over there, fucking thing else. Y'all motherfuckers need to really get y'all minds right. Y'all do a lot of fucking studying and still don't got your fucking minds right. All that fucking studying y'all do. All that researching you motherfuckers do. And y'all don't understand simple ass things like human behavior. Why don't y'all study that, motherfuckers? Can you do that for me? Can you study human behavior? Let me get ready to drop this link in the live chat. Anybody want to come up in here? Shit's madness, family. Whatever, man. You know what I mean? But yo, like I said, family, this ain't me changing my views. This is them changing their views. And it's very apparent. All right? So don't nobody say I'm turning my back on anybody. They turned their backs on me. The conscious community has turned their backs on the pro-blacks. That's what the conscious community has done. So let the conscious community be the humanist community or whatever the fuck they trying to be, the coon community, the coon circle, the coonish community. Whatever the fuck y'all want to call it. I don't give a fuck. Let them do what the fuck they do. But if you're really black first and you're really pro-black, don't even waste your time over there. Don't even waste your time over there. Don't even do it. You're better off trying to create your own shit and your own avenue and your own lane. Because that ain't it. They're not trying to get what they're not after the same things we're after. Peace. What's going on, Ed? What's going on, D-Red? What's good?
Peace to all my melanated family. What's up, y'all?
Shit, what it do, baby?
Cooling, man. Just venting, man. That stream just, got me upset. That stream got me upset. I'm sick of being trolled up with this bullshit. Like, this is a new thing that SYNET has been doing lately, and I'm just done with it.
So now
I mean,
I can't even.
go ahead,
I've
bro.
been trying to call him Tammy, but Tommy is his new sidekick now. That's his thing.
I don't know. It seems that way. It seems like these two are in cahoots with each other, and he is trying to conjure up a whole bunch of attention going back and forth. So I don't know, because I'm still trying to figure out what was the purpose of him even putting Tammy's name in the title and talking about Tammy when what pissed him off had nothing to do with Tammy. He got pissed off because people was trolling him under that video where he said you had to go to his Patreon to see the debate between Jabari and Zion Lex. So that had nothing to do with Tammy, but yet he knows he wanted to piss people off. How do I piss people off? I'll put Tammy's name in the title and tell them, all these people, that Tammy's right about them. That was the only purpose for him doing it, was to troll us.
I don't get the tactics. I don't get that shit. That don't make no sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't
Now
make
I don't believe that somebody fired on him at the little thing then. I don't believe that now.
I don't know what's going on. It all seeming very weird and odd to me. And it feels like I'm in some Twilight Zone. And I'm like, I got to get out of here. I don't know what that, I don't even know what motherfuckers over there stand for anymore. I used to thought I knew. I don't know anymore. So it's time for me to leave.
But this, to me, is a situation where I feel like this would happen when people start putting their faith and trust in motherfuckers, A, that you don't know, you know what I'm saying? B, you can't really see the fruits, like, you know what I'm saying? You'll know a motherfucker by their fruits. You don't know a motherfucker by the work. You see what I'm saying? Now you'll hear people say, well, get on YouTube is work. YouTube is not the work. YouTube is just a tool to solidify the work. You understand what I'm saying?
Right,
It's
right.
never, YouTube is never supposed to constitute the work. You see what I'm saying?
Better than words.
So you know what I'm saying? So what ends up happening is a lot of people try to use YouTube as the excuse to not do this, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying? That needs to be done in their own community. So I mean, because I was never the type of person that believed in none of these dudes. That's why I'm in the chat laughing. I'm laughing because I'm trying to figure out how other people actually believed in. You kind of see what I'm saying? In my mind, I'm looking at it like this. My grandma taught me consciousness is what you do. It ain't about how many books you read. So when people be like, we're trying to elevate, get our minds out of slavery, nigga, you don't do that shit by fucking reading a bunch of books. You get that shit. You get your people mind out of slavery by feeding them. You get people a mind out of mental slavery by clothing them, providing them with shelter, proper education. That's how you get somebody mind out of slavery, not by telling them to go read and study 29,000 BC. You see what I'm saying? That shit ain't gonna. You see what I'm saying? That shit's not gonna elevate a motherfucker up out of us out of this goddamn condition. So once I hear rhetoric, shit that is dumb, and I know what I'm saying, and I know that from a person who studies history, that's them talking points are some dumbass talking points. So once I hear those talking points, I'm able to say, the red flag start going off, bullshit nigga, bullshit nigga, bullshit nigga, bullshit nigga. You see what I'm saying? So that's an excuse to not do anything, but hide it in the guise of information. And that's why I always go when I ask Reggie, has information alone ever liberated anybody in the history of mankind? He said no. So just giving people information alone is not going to liberate them.
No,
So they work. The excuse for not doing work is always giving the information so they can liberate the minds of the people, liberate the people for liberation of the people. But information don't ever liberate you. It don't even liberate your mind. So we got to learn how to we got to learn how to have better judgment of character, as my grandmother would say. We have got to become better judges of character. You see what I'm saying? And that's just what it is.
I was never one who had those extra high expectations from the conscious community. I always took it for what it was. Just an online community of like-minded individuals, networking and building and, trying to motivate people to do something. That's kind of what I just saw it as. It was good also for history and stuff like that or whatever. Like it had its good points, but again, it ended up turning into something else. I don't even know what's going. Like, it's not what it was a few years ago. It's not what I damn sure ain't what I thought it was a couple of years ago. Yeah, it's not even what it was last year. Like it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And now it's done went full circle 180 and now they just straight cooning over there. and Kuna is being accepted over there. And I can't be around all that. Peace. What's going on, Renee?
Hey, Psycho. Hey,
Man, I got
everybody.
something to say too, man.
Oh, peace, Jalen. What's going on?
Peace, Queen. What's up, Jalen?
Yeah, man, fuck Sonny. I knew that nigga was a fraud and a scam, man. That's why I don't want to go to his channel to watch anyway. Fuck him. I'm roasting his ass real bad now.
I don't know what's going on with that dude. I really don't. But he's turning into an internet troll. He really is. He's turning being no better than Tammy. He really is. He's turning out to be no better than Tammy. He's doing shit just to irritate people now, purposely.
Man, I'm roasting that dude when I get a chance. Just watch.
Yeah, Renee, what's good?
Hey, y'all. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just woke up not too long ago. But I think that, hold on, let me turn this off. Yeah, like I'm super, well, I was gonna say I'm super disappointed, but I know not to be, but it, admittedly it's still like, wow. I concur. Like I'm done with the whole online conscious community thing. Like, and what I mean by that is, of course I'm race first. That's period. It has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with me going hard for my people or anything like that. That doesn't change at all. But in terms of like, and I fell back a lot from a lot of things because you know, there's so many people who are just so disingenuous. It's so many people who are just so inauthentic, and they're doing things just for attention or subscribers or whatever else the case may be. I don't know. I'm just really like the only person I can count on is myself in terms of that, and knowing that I really care about my people. With this whole conscious thing, I was very naive, admittedly. I was like, wow, these people really care, just like I care. And, they want something better, and they realize what's going on. And not saying that on some level, some of them don't, aren't really like that, but it's too many other things that are being given the forefront. And just the fact that you have so many people in this so-called conscious community who literally run to jump on that man's show, who run to jump on his show. And this man he spent nothing but 8 years disrespecting Black women and Black people. And that all these so-called conscious folks, the one who supposedly have an understanding of racism, white supremacy, and our condition, and this, that, and the other, and that we're at war and what we're up against, that these people are willing to throw all that away, so to speak, to just go run and be on this man's platform, to get some of his attention, to get whatever it is. I don't even know. So I'm just to the point where I know what my mission is, what my goal is. People who are, real writers and who are really about it, like Psycho and other people that I deal with, it's just a small circle. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I wouldn't still go on other people's platforms and, depending on the conversation and things like that. But I'm just kind of in a different space as far as some of that. And it's too real out here right now. And I also understand that the majority of what we're seeing is COINTELPRO in action, because even when you go back, and I can say that I've been around this scene or whatever for about 5 years now, 5 years. somewhat. And it's changed dramatically. It's changed dramatically. And now, mind you, this is strictly from an online standpoint. Strictly from an online standpoint. So this is not talking about works in the community or anything like that. It's just talking about like people's positions on different issues in the community, how people talk or deal with one another, like those kinds of things. I've seen that change so drastically. And to me, that points to nothing other than COINTELPRO tactics, nothing other than a bunch of agents, a bunch of people who are made to keep up a lot of silly stuff so that there never is that possibility. We're not even talking about something happening. We're talking about just the possibility of people actually connecting to make real moves. They don't want that to even have any chance. And so seeing the things I'm seeing, it can only be that. It can only be that because none of it makes any sense. None of this makes any sense. How is it that when we are under the gun the most in this political regime that we're under, in this extermination orders that we're under, with all of this, how is this the time when so many people are flipping? That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't add up. This will be the time, in my opinion, well, I guess it could go either way, but this will be the time, in my opinion, where you will see more people wanting to be more militant. Because the thing is, once you wake up or whatever, it's really no going back to sleep. I mean, you can somewhat, but once you see, you can't unsee. So to me, I would think more people would be, almost doubling down on a lot of stuff because so much is being shown to us every day. You see what's going on in Houston. That's nothing more than ethnic cleansing. That's nothing more than extermination. You know what I'm saying? This is what is going on. These things disproportionately impact Black people. It's no surprise, it's no shock, but yet people are up here flipping and then saying that these people who have sat up and dogged out, this person who sat up and dogged out Black people all these years, that they're right or that they have legitimacy to what they're saying. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. And I don't know. I just don't even know what to say. I could just say is I love my people. I care about my people. But I can't really uphold a lot of the different things that I'm seeing in this so-called conscious community over this period of time. I've seen people do a lot of things. I've seen people do a lot of things to other people, turn their back on other people, disrespect other people. With myself, people who try to get me fired from my job for literally nothing because they are in their feelings or whatever the case may be. People who just outright lied on me. People who've disrespected me every name in the book to no end. Even those whom are supposedly have some religious compass or whatever within the community as well. It's across the board. It's like, man, I don't know, y'all, but this stuff is crazy. This is a plan. This has been mastered. It's a mastermind behind all of this disunity, all of this shifting in this so-called community. I've seen promising young people completely flip and be on some stuff now where you can tell they're purposely not trying to deal with the real issues plaguing Black people every day. When they were once on that path, you see them completely turn into something else now. And I know people can grow and change and evolve and do things differently. But again, this is not organic. None of this is organic. This is by design, what's happening. And nobody can tell me any different. And, as far as specifically Sinetta, I've been saying this, but I'm going to reach out to Sinetta and hit him up because I do want to speak to him. I don't know what's going on, but I don't co-sign any of that he said. And my mind is blown because at the way that we will use each other to hurt each other. So in the 1 minute, it's like, oh, this person is so wrong, they this and that. But then when I get upset, now this person is right. Like, we can't be on that.
Exactly.
Especially, like I said, in this time, we can't be on that. It's too much at stake. It's too much at stake.
But that's my whole point though.
You see how many people have shifted. They don't. You see now in this so-called conscious community, I'm gonna say this and wrap it up. You see in this so-called conscious community, online conscious community, let me be clear. And I know that doesn't have any one specific set definition, but now you got all these people talking about, oh, gotta stop blaming the white man. Huh? Whoa, 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 whoa. Where did this come from? That's white supremacist rhetoric. That's white supremacist rhetoric talking about stop blaming the white man. Are you kidding me? We need to be pointing out each and everything that they've done to us. That ain't no damn blaming. That's telling the truth. That's telling the truth. That's informing your people, those who need to open their eyes to it. And since me and Psych, we did the show about stop blaming, or excuse me, why we should blame the white man. They done, honey, suspended me off Facebook for a month. You had other people who dropped these videos talking about why we need to stop blaming the white man. Like all of this stuff. And I'm like, what team are y'all on? What's really going on?
But see, the thing is, like, I was talking to somebody not too long ago, and the motherfucker was saying, be about, the Israelite thing. He said, man, it's religion of the white man. I said, man, see, what you don't understand is the white man's only religion is racism, white supremacy. That's his only religion. He may cloak it in whatever he cloak it in, but the only religion of the white man is racism, white supremacy. I said, but niggas is afraid to tackle that religion. So what ends up happening is you got a lot of motherfuckers under the guise of black power. You see what I'm saying? But they're not going to do nothing that's going to display power. See, it's one thing. That's one thing my brother Taharka said. His little Hotep rap it, they had me cracking up. The boys say they tell you to bang on the beast, but they don't bang in the streets. They just bang on the mic and charge you for a seat. You see what I'm saying? That is what you find. Consciousness has become a product that you can market and promote. Consciousness has been something that they can sell you. No different than, what I'm saying? Da, 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 I'm loving it. You see what I'm saying? So black power has become something that they can sell to you. So if they can wrap up if they can have a corner the market on consciousness, package it and sell it to you as a product, that's what they're doing.
That's
You
fact.
see what I'm saying?
That's why their opinions keep changing and flip flopping because they going with the wind wherever the money goes.
Exactly. So what you gotta understand, you gotta start being able to like this is why I don't believe these niggas. Like a lot of these niggas be like, oh, I'm from the streets. I don't believe none of you niggas. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't believe none of you niggas. Because if you niggas was from the streets, I came in the game seeing it. I ain't been on the YouTube thing long and on the whole social media thing other than I got in it because I was banging on niggas in Facebook groups and shit like that. And niggas understood I had some information and niggas want to, me to come on their shows and platforms and shit. But I came in the gate seeing who was what's what out the gate. So any nigga that claimed that he from the streets and didn't peep these niggas 100 miles and running, nigga, you ain't no street nigga for real. You see what I'm saying? Because game recognized game. You see what I'm saying? I could spot a motherfucker that's doing a 5-card Monty on me within seconds. You see what I'm saying? So a nigga that's trying to run game on me, nigga, you can't sell nothing slip to a can of oil. You see what I'm saying? So I didn't believe none of these niggas. I already knew what it was. You see what I'm saying? Because what Malcolm, everybody know the line of Malcolm X. I'm telling you God's words, not no hustle. You see what I'm saying? But motherfuckers ain't heed that type of shit from that movie. That type of shit, motherfuckers glossed all over. They focused on Malcolm with the white girl, or Malcolm when he was, doing the soapbox preaching on the corner. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever they focused on, but they didn't pay attention to what that boy said. Remember, Brother Baines, you told me you telling me God's words, not no hustle. And these dudes has been selling hustling motherfuckers at the gate. It became a hustle at the gate. You see what I'm saying? Once they could market and package and sell you division, it became a hustle.
And
You
see,
see what I'm saying? And because when you go back and study a movement like Garvey's, when he had Moors in his group, Christians in his group, atheists in his group, you see what I'm saying? It wasn't about, he wasn't trying to pit this against this, that against that. You see what I'm saying? He was trying to bring us all together so he can create a movement for the betterment of our people. Malcolm and Martin, when they came together, they was trying to create a movement for the betterment of our people. When you look at Bishop Henry McNeil Turner and you go study the National Negro Conventions, all these different people with different belief systems was coming together at these National Negro Conventions for the betterment of our people. Was nobody trying to market and sell you division as a product. You know what I'm saying? And once motherfuckers realize that they can market and sell you division as a product, you see what I'm saying? It was a wrap. You see what I'm saying? And so that's what I saw coming in the gate. That these motherfuckers found a product that they could sell you that would be at your detriment and not your betterment. You know what I'm saying? And hey, it is what it is. You get what you get. You see what I'm saying? Because if you buy into the propaganda, you get I tell you, I give people the books. Go study the book Propaganda by Eric Bernays. Go study the book. Go read the book How to Win Friends and Influence People. You know what I'm saying? Go read the book 48 Laws of Power. Go study this shit. People always say, I say this all the time, and don't nobody listen. People always talk about we at war. You know what I'm saying? But do not understand what the fuck war is.
yep.
War is spiritual, physical, and mental. It's not just about putting your boots on and picking up a gun.
And that's what you will hear, and that's what you will hear people do. And that's another, or hear people say, that's another, what you said right there. It shows you
Renee.
who's who, what's what. Because as soon as you start talking about getting the psychology of our people right, because you got to get your mind right before you can do anything else. The first thing they will start saying, and you talk about Black Power and these things, the first thing, so you saying just go out here and we just get killed, huh? They got bombed and they got this and they got that. And it's like, what? I'm talking about we got to get the mind to a certain level first. We have to at least be in the capacity of putting out the real right now. Not saying that we don't have the other conversations, but we're not going to do that on social media anyway. But this is how you see how it's been so co-opted. This is how you see how COINTELPRO has infiltrated, how white supremacy has further infiltrated. It's because when you hear the rhetoric from these people, like I said, even within the last year, it's flipped, it's turned on a dime. Just like that. People who were saying one thing are saying something completely different. And I think part of it is the money aspect or what have you. But who has more money and is willing to pay more than what they could get off the conscious community? That tells you everything right there. Because let's be clear, at the end of the day, Black people are very stingy even with money. Okay? So the idea that all these Black people were financing all of these people, that's not really true. People were putting money in certain things are lucrative, but that's not for the masses. That's for a select couple of people. So who then is going to pay you even more money? Who then can you get more finances? How can you gain economically? By aligning with that white man. because at the end of the day, I'm gonna be playing the middle. I'll be able to keep things, keep up this unity, keep up this harmony, while getting a check from you and still running over here acting like I'm Black Power. So we got that going on in this so-called online community times a million. A bunch of these trolls, a bunch of these other people, these are things that they're doing. And mind you, I'm not saying everybody's being paid, but there are enough who are being paid in order to keep this at a very low level, because they understand that with the times that we're in, there will be people who are looking to get information, who are looking to become more empowered, who are looking to become more militant, who are looking to become more political. So what can we do to try to convince those people not to be a part of this? Well, we can just keep up a lot of fuckery. We can keep up a lot of pettiness. We can keep up a lot. Look at how they fighting each other and talking about each other. And then that diffuses a lot of people. And a lot of people say, man, I ain't worried about that pro-Black stuff. Man, I'm gone on over here. And they help to defeat the movement like that. So we got a bunch of different forces. And like you was just talking about, Wardy, that's the thing too, is that it's a bunch of different tactics being used at one time. They never use just one thing. They're gonna hit you with everything. So like you said, psychologically, physically, spiritually, emotionally, they hitting us from every level, and we still don't understand what's going on. So when you see people who you felt represented Black Power for so long and things like that, and you see them really change up how they're talking, for a lot of people that makes them feel a type of way.
But see, the thing is, this is why I keep going back to what I've been saying, even in the online conscious community. Again, if you have a code or if you have a standard, see, the problem was folks got into this without being able to hold anybody or having a standard. Because, you know what I mean, I grew, my grandmother was in the movement and with deacons and started out with the SCLC, and I have a standard. My grandmother taught me consciousness is what you do. Consciousness is living, breathing is what you do. So I had a standard to judge people by. We don't have a standard. So we are able to allow people who, if you go by the phrase that consciousness is what you do, and then you look on it and you don't see people doing, you don't see no programs, you don't see no services, you don't see people doing anything. You see what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about, and this goes for my Israelite brothers. I don't care about standing out there with no bullhorn. Consciousness is what you do. Consciousness is about your programs that you create to uplift our people. You see what I'm saying? Our most dangerous thing that we can do is our programs, not talking. Our programs and services are the most dangerous thing to racist white supremacy that we can do and that we can use. So when you see people not creating those programs, then you have to question these dudes and say, this nigga not conscious. Especially if you got the means to do it. You got to say this nigga not conscious. See, if you sit back and say consciousness is what you do when you have a standard, then you get you either hold people accountable or you just disassociate yourself with them. And that's why I never would go on certain platforms. I never associated myself with certain people because I understood consciousness is what you do. Nigga, you ain't started a program yet. I don't give a fuck about you standing out there with no bullhorn. That shit don't impress me, nigga. What program have you started? You see what I'm saying? What initiative have you came up with? What summer program have you started? You see what I'm saying? This is why I don't believe right now we don't have time. And these niggas is doing the same shit they was doing last year that I was banging on. It's year 2. And niggas want to celebrate. Ain't no time for that shit. We don't have time for this shit. Like when you understand you are behind enemy lines and these motherfuckers is plotting your extermination and niggas want to party. Niggas want to fly. See, niggas just want to live good and comfortable in the system of racism and white supremacy. They don't want to overthrow it. See, you end up creating gatekeepers in the same conscious community. You create Black Power Al Sharptons, Black Power Jesse Jacksons. You see what I'm saying? Black Power Jordan Farmers.
Facts.
You see Black Power A. Philip Randolphs. You see what I'm saying? But so you think that you're getting something different, but you created the same power structure that you was trying to fight against in the 60s. You recreated it all over again. Just because you didn't hold it to a standard of nigga, what you doing? It's just that simple. You see what I'm saying? And what's happening is you will let motherfuckers get you caught up with the rhetoric. You let niggas play with your emotions. You let motherfuckers get you worship people's personalities. You motherfuckers want to get famous, so they don't want to hold motherfuckers to accountable. So they want to get next to this motherfucker who may have the this or that, the access, the money, the viewers, subscribers, the whatever the fuck. So motherfuckers want to get next to them. The niggas got that Brandy syndrome. Niggas want to be down. Niggas scared to stand on their own. Niggas want to click up with this click, and this click.
That's real.
Instead of standing on your motherfucking own too like a motherfucking man. But these niggas ain't men. These niggas is bitches. And I don't give a fuck if a nigga don't like it. Niggas want to be down with this clique. Oh, I'm down with these niggas because these niggas you think is winning. But that just shows me, nigga, you not an alpha male. Because an alpha male, I stand on my motherfucking own, nigga. I don't need a clique, nigga. I stand on this bitch by my goddamn self.
That's
And
right.
when Seti motherfucking ass said, I ain't put nobody on my back, nigga, I put my whole motherfucking community on my back. Then I put my whole motherfucking city on my back. Then I put my whole motherfucking state on my back. Then I put my whole motherfucking black people on my motherfucking back if I got to. Because that's what a man to do. But see, these niggas is bitch made. They feel like they can't stand on their motherfucking own. All these motherfucking media outlets just trying to circle around these other niggas and try to link up with this nigga or hang out with this nigga or ride the coattails of this nigga or get up under the wings of this nigga. No alpha man is gonna do that ever. Period. Period. These niggas is bitches, and that showed me right there. I can't rock with you niggas. You see what I'm saying? Give me a street nigga any day that got a heart, and I'll mold that nigga to whatever he need to be. But these niggas, shit. If you put your faith in these motherfucking niggas, you a dead duck. Real motherfucking shit.
That's real. I agree with a lot of stuff you just said, especially the whole clicking up thing.
Yeah,
Um,
psychopath is.
yeah,
My son there was with the he was taking a picture with a white woman. I'm like, how you gonna become pro black but you taking a picture with a white woman? I'm like, I believe Saner is not pro black. I believe he's an agent.
I'm not gonna go as far as saying he's an agent, but he definitely has been doing some trollish type things of late. He's been acting like a little troll lately, and it's really turning me off. And like I said, I never thought Side Nutter was perfect to begin with. You know, I was never one that thought everything he did was golden. I know he had his flaws and everything else, this, that, and the third, but I I always thought he was black first, and he has been showing me different lately. Now I'm questioning it. And just the fact that I'm questioning whether or not he's black first, just that's enough for me to know I need to step away.
It's like, you know, me and Psycho be saying this, but like you in the Twilight Zone. You know what I mean? Like it's some weird, freaky experiment going on out here, and you don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else know about it, and you figure, what the hell is going on? Y'all can't see none of the stuff I see. I'm not saying I'm no smarter or more intelligent or more whatever than anybody else. Um, I'm not saying that, but damn, like y'all can't see. None of these people can see this other stuff. This was just like it's just crazy. But I realize that many people see it. Like they either don't want to admit it or they really don't care. And that's just what it is. And that's kind of hard within myself to kind of reconcile that, because nobody can ever say about me that I don't, and that I haven't given my people the benefit of the doubt, because I always do. And I always try to ride with my people, and try to see it and say, well, maybe, this, that, and the other, because I understand that we're under such scrutiny. And I understand that the easiest people to attack are so-called pro-Black people or conscious people, because you are the odd one out. It's very popular to be with the mainstream thought process for Black people, to be down with whatever music is popular, whatever clothing style is popular, whatever brands everybody, this, that, or the other, and spending this much on a watch and you don't have nothing else, whatever. Like, if you're not on that, you're like the easiest target, because there's so many people who are riding with that. So I understand that. So I would always be a little bit more defensive or protective of so-called conscious people, so-called pro-Black people. Like I said, because I understand it. I understand what we're up against. So I held down a lot of people. I go against these coons all day, every day, against these white folks all day, every day. But yeah, it's to the point now I can't co-sign nobody. And I haven't, for a long time. The people who, you may see me having on my show or things like, it's to that kind of degree where I don't really deal with too many people anymore like that. I don't really, that doesn't really, yeah, I've outgrown that, I just have, because it's just not a lot of substance beyond that. And I don't think everybody has to be so-called putting in work in a certain capacity as everybody else. I think it takes different kinds. I think we have to have media. Media is extremely important. We have to have different facets. However, there has to be some genuine people, though, within media. There has to be some people who are authentic within media, and those who are not willing to compromise that because they get upset about what some other people said or some comments somebody else made. I couldn't see myself banging on my people because of what some other Black folks said. I don't know. I just couldn't see that. And I've been in that position before, and that's not going to make me throw the whole of my people under the bus because I'm mad at what this person or that person said. While I understand many of our people have Stockholm syndrome, many of our people are very disillusioned, I get that. But I'm not going to throw all my people under the bus. So I don't know, y'all. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. And just like you said, it makes no sense for him to get upset with with somebody. And another thing, most of those comments, I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. He probably got about 6 comments from the same person under 6 different accounts, and he probably thought all 6 of them was different people. Like Saad needs to really stay out that comment section. He's too thin-skinned. He's too thin-skinned to be reading those comments. He needs to just upload his shit and don't even read the comments. And that's just that. Like, because I don't understand how you can have that big of a platform and be so focused on what trolls are saying. Obvious trolls. I mean, he showed one. I saw one comment he showed. I think it was the only comment he showed. This account didn't have any picture to it. I forgot what the name was. Some old random name with no picture to it. Probably ain't had no videos, no subs. It was obvious. It was an obvious troll account saying something to him, and he got upset over it to the point where he just felt the need to throw Tammy's name in the title to piss people off, and then get on there and just start talking shit about Black people. He didn't talk shit about the trolls. He was talking shit about Black people. So, like, yeah, that's a problem. Ed, you still there?
Yeah, I was sitting.
Oh, my bad, man. I didn't mean to mute you by accident. Hold on.
You just muted him?
I accidentally hit the wrong button. My bad, man.
Okay, let me remember what I said. Uh, yeah, I was sitting here watching the first little 20 minutes of it, and just like you said, he was talking about people not giving him money, and it kind of slapped me around, like how he's saying it, and the way his attitude is, and the choice of words is really killing me. Basically, his whole point is it's hard to do these videos. Uh, I don't have a job. This is my job. Um, and y'all need to support me. And if y'all not gonna be here, I mean, if y'all not gonna support me, get the fuck off my channel. It's like, damn. Um,
Really?
that's
I didn't even.
the first 20 minutes
I,
before the first 20. I stopped at 26:55. But they talking about the little debate, and it just showed that you had to have the Patreon to watch the debate, and I stopped it. But the first 20 minutes is he's talking about people who's not going to his Patreon or going to his GoFundMe, giving him money. He said he's gonna stop the super chat because
They take too long to pay him and they take too much out. So he's
take too
gonna
much
stop
out.
that.
And it's like that's a slap in the face to me. I give a lot to certain people. I don't give a lot. I give $2 here and there. But I thought that I was giving $2 to support the things that he do. I didn't know I was giving $2 to support him. And for him to come out and talk like that, and his people are supporting literally him, his wife, his kids. Damn, it's like
I mean, he ain't get that binge from people not supporting him. Let's just put it that way.
it's tough to even like try to even wrap my brain around what really he's mad at. Um, it's a struggle out here. Motherfuckers have lives, and like I just came home from work, and when I seen what you was talking about, it just threw me through a loop. Like what? And now I see it. I see why you mad, cause what the fuck is he talking about? How can you really come on YouTube and say what he just said, and you are the platform of consciousness? It's like we're paying you to be conscious. That's the only thing I get out of this. We're paying him to be conscious, because if we ain't paying him, what would he be doing then? How would he get his money? It's a slap in the face to me what he just said, and I already don't know what else to say. That shit crazy.
Bro, if I was you, I wouldn't donate to him or hit the super chat. If I was you, I
He's
would.
taking that off. He said he's taking the super chat off. Ain't gonna be no more super chat. You either gonna donate on this
Patreon or go
yeah.
his PayPal.
Yeah, or PayPal. Yeah, it was three. Yeah, PayPal, GoFundMe, or his Patreon. And that's like, nah, nigga, what the fuck?
Now he complaining about how he's getting paid.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to say that. I did not want to say that. He is complaining how we are giving him our money. I give money because I like what y'all do. I like the mindset you have, the information you giving, how you're changing people's thought process. That's why I give my $2 here and there. Sometimes I give my $2 for the fuckery, I ain't gonna lie. But it stopped me from, I stay in the hood still, but I don't stay on my set. So this stopped me from just going to the hood and fucking around, walking up and down the street. You
Yeah.
know, at times I'll be on here and I do be in the hood fucking around, but I be with the homies trying to have them like, look, you know, find you something like this or
Yeah,
listen to what they talk
you
about.
promoting them, get trying to bring them new viewers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to the homies though, I ain't out here and sometimes I be at my job. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times the job be flat earth, but when I be with the homies, it be y'all. So let's say it is some people that I say I watched them press the button on Sinetta. The that's the button, what's it called? The
Super chat.
alarm. No, the alarm,
Oh,
the
the
bell.
notification bell. Got it.
Notification. And this is what the fuck they saying? And it's like, nigga, what the fuck? I'm tripped out because of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I know for a fact a lot of people this is there. I know that, but for you to come out here and say that like that, I can't. I can't. If you, I do this because like what I feel. You just
Hmm.
fuck how I feel about you because it's like if you not do. I thought really he was doing this for the love. And if we support him doing it for the love, that's a bonus.
Right.
But
Right. Right.
this is the total opposite. And that's like,
Nah, it's
nah.
a job. It's a job for him. This is his job, and another reason why I really don't understand why he's doing what he's doing. I mean, like, who is he trying to cater to? Because his core audience is the people that he's pissing off. His core audience, the people that got him known, and why he's relevant on YouTube and everything else. Those are the people he's pissing off. Like, so for I don't know who he's trying to impress. I don't know. I mean, is he trying to ganja up Tammy's coon audience? He's trying to tap into that coon audience, maybe. I don't know, but he damn sure ain't
I
trying
can't
to
see
kick.
that. It's more white people, Mexicans, Koreans, and that deal
Exactly,
with Tommy than black people. Why would you want to bring them here?
exactly. Because Tammy got nothing but a bunch of non-blacks over there. So who are you catering to by doing this? Like, I'm trying to understand. I'm really trying to like what white person is going to really subscribe to Sidnetta to donate to his Patreon? Nobody. Not unless he completely changes his rhetoric, which he is starting to do.
What he thought since you go put this out, people be like, you know what? Nah, fuck that. I gotta help my nigga, man. Nah, fuck that, man. I gotta do this, man. I don't know what he think when he's talk like this. It's like it's certain people you talk to like this. Give out a true narrative who you talking to. Um, that's a very broad statement he put out to a lot of different people. Oh, that's crazy. There's no get back to that. I don't see how you can say peace, family, and I love y'all, and motherfucker, y'all ain't paying me. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
Yeah,
There's no get back to that.
I'm never was a fan of YouTubers getting on YouTube demanding payments for their content. Demanding. Now, there's a difference between asking and demanding. Like, when you demand payments and everything else, this that, and third, yeah, you're gonna turn me off.
He was like, I stay up 3 in the morning sometimes, and if I do get tired and go to bed at 10 o'clock, my wife is looking at me like, you in the bed? Like, nigga, like, we have lives. I don't complain about, like, tomorrow morning, they want me to go 5 miles further than where my job is now, 6 in the morning, go to another site. He told me they were gonna be paying us $20 an hour, but I'm not doing that shit. And they really, really want me to do it. And since I'm not gonna do it, they're gonna put me back in my little bullshit with my. And it's like I go through shit. I don't put that as pressure on people and show them how. Look at what I'm going through. Why ain't y'all supporting me to make me feel? That's crazy. Yes, I need to get a job. Like everybody else.
Mm.
And shit,
You know
I
how
understand.
many?
Like I said, I
Mhm.
understand people. This is their job. Some of them, but they have a certain decorum about themselves when they talk to you about,
What is
helping them. And that shit was, and it's, damn, it's 3 hours and 10 minutes left. I'm not gonna watch that. That was enough.
Right.
But
That was crazy. I'm
do
gonna read
you
my
know how
mind.
many people? I'm gonna just keep it 100. You know how many people? I ain't gonna say no names, but it's some people y'all know too who have stiffed me. Okay, for those who don't know, I do graphic work, logos, flyers, etc. And I try to be very reasonably priced for people, the whole kabang. And I've had hella people from this so-called conscious community who run around talking about, oh, we got to practice group economics. And, man, look, time to pay, honey, you looking high and low. Dang, where's the, oh, can I pay you $5 and this week? Then I'm gonna pay you $5 every week, or some more.
Putting logos on layaway.
Would you try to put a damn logo on layaway for real? No, but see, they want the logo. They want it up front, and then they want to make you all of these promises. Well, see, I get paid next week, and then I got $10 plus I'm gonna add all of this kind of stuff. Okay, and I've had hella people within this conscious community or whatever online conscious community who talk so much about this group economics and supporting each other and blah blah blah, and they've totally stiffed me when it's come to doing their projects, and they're, oh my gosh, it's amazing, I love it, this and this, and then when I say I'm gonna need that payment, then it's a problem. So it's all kind of foolishness going on out here, and I hate to be like, and I was just making that comment because I know Sinetta probably feel a way about the funds, and I can honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I can understand that on a certain particular level because he feel like he's dedicated, a lot of time, energy, what have you, into what he's done and put out there. But at the end of the day, it can't all be about doing this just for the money behind it, doing it just for economic gain. You know what I'm saying? That's why with me, I work, and I do graphics and I do, other things. So that way I know when people are coming to me, I'm not trying to just totally rob them blind because I'm just trying to, get as much money from them as I can. I still try to be mindful of the situations that my people are in. So I think maybe perhaps he's not being as mindful of that. And I know we can sit here and say, well, Black people waste their money on Jordans and weaves and this and that. But at the end of the day, people work for their money. You can't really tell somebody how they can spend it. You know what I mean? You can't tell somebody that they should give you X amount of dollars, because of the content that you're making and they watch your videos. I understand that we often don't finance things that are really beneficial to us as a community. Like, I get that. Not everybody, definitely not everybody, but it happens too often. But yeah, at the same time, if people working for their money and working hard, and it's hard out here, and Black people are in a lot of really tough economic situations, you can't force people or try to go off or strong arm people into paying you so much money or joining your different Patreons. And I commend him for setting up what he has, but if people don't want to join the Patreon, you can't get mad at the people though.
Yeah, like I said in the beginning, I wasn't upset when I found out he was uploading the debates exclusively for the Patreon. I wasn't upset with that. What pissed me off was how he reacted to the trolls under there, and when he started going crazy and started bringing up Tammy, and all of a sudden he used this as an excuse to talk about Tammy again. And it's like he got this hard on for Tammy all of a sudden, and it's like I don't know, he's infatuated with Tammy, and he just keeps talking about him, and I don't get it. And he's talking out of both sides of his mouth. One minute he says he don't rock with Tammy, and then he said I agree with him. Then he said I don't agree with him. Then he said Empress Setmet is going to tear his ass up. Then he said Tammy be giving us that work. Then it's that and the third. He's all over the place. I don't. He's all over the place. Peace, back to love. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Psycho? How you doing, man?
Coolin'.
Hey, back to love.
Yeah. How you doing? This legit. What's up, brother? How you doing? I'm not really too familiar with the old boy, so I can't really comment on him. But what he's doing, you see this a lot. You know, crossover is a double cross. So you start out with this fan base, your loyal audience, whatever. You want to keep going bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you alienate the people who were there with you from the beginning. You know, so if it's like if I was dating a woman, if I start out doing something on a real high level, taking her here, doing this, that, and the third, that becomes the expectation. So I understand he's putting forth effort, he's putting out content, he's supporting his family, and I certainly get that. But you got to have secondary streams of income. You know what I'm saying? You can't be relying just on this to make your money. So as far as him flip-flopping and switching, I see this a lot on YouTube, because the one thing that tends to annoy me is we constantly say we got to have our own, we got to build our own. Well, a gentleman built Black Spot TV. So he's trying to raise money so that you don't have to be on YouTube and worry about your channel getting pulled down, getting banned, getting blocked. But many of these people who are on this platform over there, they would just continue to upload and keep re-uploading new channels. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, that's ridiculous. Why won't you just go and be with your own where you ain't even got to worry about that? So is it really about liberation and empowerment, or is it about greasing your pockets? Me an answer to that, because I'm not really truly seeing that. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate your sentiment, Psycho. I mean, with me, I don't need 2, 3, 4 examples. You know, show me once. That's all I really need to know. I don't down talk, disrespect anybody, but I know I really can't rock with you like that. So
yeah,
if that's all it took, because you see this in everything. You see it, how many bands stuck together? Inevitably, they break up over money, over a woman. Can stay together. It's always something comes in between. So it's not anything different on YouTube. I can't fathom how you got a person like Sotomayor out here saying all this stuff, and you gonna co-sign that because you mad, because you in your feelings. Like, I don't really know what happened to black men. Everybody turned into Carl Thomas. They all emotional, man. I just can't. I don't get it. I know we can all have our moments, and you just need a little bit of time to woo-saw, but it's like, yo, man, you're like, what's really good? What's going on with you? Because of a troll? You ain't got to read those comments. You know what I'm saying? You're a black man. You should be used to not people liking you. You know what I'm saying? So what somebody says on a screen is going to upset you. We got our people in Houston drowning.
Yep.
And you concerned about what some troll is saying on the internet? You know what I'm saying? I don't begrudge old boy for trying to make his paper. I get that. If this is what you rely on to make your money, I'm cool with that. You are doing something, you're putting forth effort, you're doing a lot of things like that. But by the same token, you start out giving this out for free. That's like me walking in a grocery store and they give out free samples, and the next time I'm going to like, oh, you got to pay for this now. I'll be like, well, I'm good. I'm straight. So, you know what I'm saying?
I ain't hungry no more.
Exactly. So yeah, that's the way it works. But yeah, I appreciate your sentiment, Psycho, because I mean, I know we're quick to discard people. I'm not watching the NFL this year. I'm probably not gonna watch the NFL ever again. And it's not about Colin Kaepernick. It's too many buck dancing coons in the NFL, and just for that and that alone, because of Tim Brown and LaDainian Tomlinson and the list goes on and on. I'm good. I ain't never got to watch another football game a day in my life.
Oh,
I'd
what
rather
did Tim
spend
Brown do? What did Tim Brown do? I know about LaDainian, but what did Tim Brown do?
He came out there saying, you know, we got a good thing here in Oakland. Why are you sitting there doing all that? Don't worry about that. Worry about the team. Worry about the team. He was talking about Marshawn Lynch.
Oh,
you know
yeah, because you know what's funny about the Marshawn Lynch thing? Marshawn Lynch has been sitting down during the national anthem his entire career, and nobody said a word.
Really?
Nobody said a word. Now all of a sudden he took a year off, and just so happened the year off he took was when Colin Kaepernick took the stance last year.
Exactly.
He comes back this year doing the same thing he's been doing, sitting down during the national anthem, and everybody's making a big deal about it.
Exactly. And you know what? I think. Oh yeah. And the thing about it is this:
religious reasons, and they'll come out.
We can learn a lot from Marshawn Lynch. I think more black people need to be like Marshawn Lynch. You know what I'm saying? And he lives his life. He's himself.
That's facts, because he
talks
don't give a fuck.
He wants to talk to. He loves his people, his community. He's Oakland through and through. Built a school in Haiti, but he lives by his own rules. What we have going on is one thing we talk too damn much.
Mm-hmm.
So gotta be quiet, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your thing. And the most exactly, he don't rock with you. He will do an interview. He don't trust the media, so he doesn't deal with them. You know what I'm saying? One thing, like as you said earlier, Psycho, that's what it is. We ain't gotta be cool. When we walk in this building, we black first. It's like a bad example, but if you're in jail, it doesn't matter what hood you from, what gang you from. When you in jail, you black first, because that's how it works. Y'all can hate each other outside the walls, but inside there, y'all got to stick together.
And
it's
that's
the same
true.
principle. We're going to have different
LA,
faiths,
if you
different
in a
religions.
situation and you want to help that black man, when it's all over, we're going to beat the shit out of you because we outnumbered.
Exactly.
We don't play that shit in jail. That's some real shit.
Exactly.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Mr. J.
Is LaDainian Tomlinson, is he the mixed race dude?
No, he's
well, that's
fresh off the boat. Fresh off the boat.
That's pure breed. Now, that's what I'm saying. So, you know, and that's what it is. We have all. That's why I'm not watching the NFL. It's not about Colin Kaepernick. I'm like, I can go out there and go play kickball with some kids. I can take that money and do something else with it and be productive, because the buck dancing is off the charts.
It is.
I have, like, the rule is with me. I ain't support. I ain't watch your TV shows, your movies, music. I'm not about our people, and you illustrate that point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, same thing with the NFL. It's just long overdue. I think it's time for a purge. Start with your dollars. You know, because essentially in our community, the least of us have always done the most. And I know we have the
facts.
I met some quality people such as yourself, Psycho, such as I met Miss Legit, Nikki, and that's cool. But also you can start something just in your immediate area. It does not require a national thing.
That's right.
You can do that, and then it can spread from that point. I heard a story in your neck of the woods, Mr. Legit. There was some brothers, and they started this little program. Month they would meet, and they would just try and help young black men with life skills. They would teach them how to tie a tie, how to open a checking account, how to do all these different things, right? They may only have 4 or 5 kids show up, but they continue to go and do it, you know, because they want to give back. And even if you can only show these 4 or 5, at least that's 4 or 5 who probably couldn't do it beforehand.
Yep.
You know, we want this big grandiose thing. It's not going to be like that. It took us 500 years to get in this predicament. It's going to take us some time to get out of it, but you can start small. You know, so the notion of, I'm not I mean, knowledge is cool, but I don't really care about moon stars and quasars and astroplaning. How that help me right now? You know what I'm saying? Or when I hear some of the Israelite brothers and sisters, you know, I'm gonna pray. If my house on fire, you can sit in the house and pray if you want to. I'm getting out the window. When it's time to rock and roll, you better take that Bible, Quran, whatever, and throw it at somebody. That's just how I get down. I'm not spitting on anybody's faith or religion or the lack thereof, but when I need you and it's time to throw some hands, I need you to throw some hands. I don't need you yelling and screaming. I need you jabbing that mother. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate that it comes to this. And like I said, I don't know the dude personally, not here to spit on his name, but you know, somebody shows you who they are, you got to believe them the first time. You know, so
That's
it's
real.
it's that's just the way it rolls. But thanks for letting me join Psycho, Miss Legit. I'll let somebody else speak on it.
But why?
One thing that he said that
Why
got to
so?
me though, when he talked about what's going on in Houston, if he such as, and it lets me know that I was expecting some of these people that these big channels to have their
Mm,
Patreon sending it to Houston somewhere. Somebody in the conscious community that is based in Houston, send it
Right.
out. Let
yeah.
show them doing something with. That's what I was waiting for, y'all. I'm not lying, and to see that, none of that shit gonna happen. None of that shit gonna happen. It's like I don't even see outside of the group that that we all mess. We the only one that I see putting up. I don't do content, but y'all the only one I see putting up stuff about the Houston. I'm looking at it in my stuff right now, and I just see debates and this person is gonna talk about what this person said. There's a lot of Garfield and Brother Reggie up, and I don't see nothing about Houston but small channels.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. I really was waiting for that GoFundMe. Let's show the people that we doing it. Here's it is. Send it. We're gonna go live. Show you what we gonna do with it. I don't see none of that. That's what I was waiting for.
And to also say that, just with the whole Houston situation, because I've been pretty much unable to do shows this week because of my schedule earlier in the week. But the thing about it is we gotta really, 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 we gotta get it together, man. We gotta get it together. We gotta realize what's going on. Like, I feel like when it's issues like this going on, which is always, constantly issues going on, but we have to have like a concerted energy. You know what I mean? Everybody's energy focused into these types of things. Not like you said, focused into, these people debating or this, that, and the other, but like everybody focused on this issue. How we gonna help our people? Bringing attention to the fact of how the Black communities within Houston are being done versus these other communities. Seeing that this, excuse me, when we look at like Hurricane Katrina and all of that, that this is ethnic cleansing. I don't want to get too much into like conspiracy stuff because some people can't really deal with that or don't really want to, whatever. But still, we got to look at the bigger picture, Black people. Um, these things are being done on purpose, like for real. It's a lot of stuff going on, y'all, and we know we under this regime. We got to have like a united front. Where's the united front? How the hell the people who were supposed to be the ones who were kind of at the forefront as far as the online community of giving some pushback against this system are the same ones now aligning with the biggest coon, aligning with the biggest race traitor. I don't know. I'm just outdone with a lot of this stuff, and
It just makes no sense. It really makes no sense. How do you do a complete 180 like this? And why? How do you think that was even cool? And how you was going like? This is where egos get in the way. It's like that. It's a
I would
something
like
that
to know what is it that he be saying where he be getting us, tearing us up.
yeah. Yeah, I would have loved to been able to ask him that question when he said that. Tear who up? Tear who up? Please.
Right.
What you must have heard him debating on his platform or something. It's real easy to say he tears you up when he mutes you every time you make a point and plays music and then kicks you out because you make it too much sense. Yeah. It's real easy to look like somebody's getting tore up when somebody's doing that. Tell Tammy to meet somebody on a neutral platform and he get his ass killed. Stupid ass rhetoric. Let them debate somebody who knows what they're talking about on a neutral platform.
But to also bring up the Poppy thing, um, Yeah, it seemed like.
Yeah, that's another thing. How you gonna be cool with somebody who just said all that shit about Poppy? I thought you was cool with Poppy.
Yep.
I thought you was cool with Poppy. Well, I thought you had Poppy's back. You was blocking people for making those same stupid ass comments under the video when Poppy was on your channel. They was getting blocked in the live chats and under the video, everything else. Tammy makes a video completely going in on Poppy, and the very next day, a couple of days later, you up here saying Tammy's right about everything.
Why you do? What do you get on Poppy for?
Huh?
You talking about the Bambaataa Poppy, right?
Yeah. Tammy.
What do you talk shit about him for?
Well, Poppy made a video criticizing Tammy, and then Tammy went in.
Oh, response video.
Poppy was on point, man.
Tammy started talking about his butt cheeks being open and all this other stuff. Yeah, he for about an hour.
Yeah, something's gonna happen to
for about an hour.
Something's gonna happen to him. He crazy.
Man, Poppy was official like a referee with a whistle. Okay, he went in. He went in on him, and then yeah, like Psycho said, he came back with, all of the homosexual stuff, and it really was so disrespectful because you don't know who has gone through sexual molestation. You know what I mean? You don't know who has gone through sexual abuse
talking
in
about
their
earlier.
life.
Some of these niggas will fuck you up in real life.
Yep.
A lot of these people are these people will fuck you up, and dealing with something so personal like that.
Yeah.
He gonna trip. It could be her. It could be his family member. It could be somebody who really, really respect Poppy. Gonna fuck him up for him.
Right. And my whole thing.
His followers on here. Like, this crazy. This is crazy. YouTube is crazy.
And my whole thing is also this. It also seems very disingenuous when you was acting like you really cared about Poppy, what he went through, and all this other stuff and everything else, and then you turn around and do this. That it just it makes it seem like you was real disingenuous and you was just doing all that other stuff for views and hits. Right. Because if you really cared about what you was talking about when all that stuff went down and all those videos you dumped out about that situation, if you really cared, there's no way you'll be sitting up here co-signing Tammy days after what the fuck he just said about Poppy, making a joke of it.
Wow.
And then to see, and to see, to go back to the other thing, to see the comments that Tammy's people were making in the chat while he replayed, what Sonetta said, it was just sickening. And they was like, see, he's saying, why wouldn't Tommy say it is wrong? And see, Tommy's right on everything. See, and these people ain't really pro-black, and these people are this and that. I mean, y'all, it was just like, wow. Because, we already get a bad rap. So here you have the person who a lot of people consider to be, the leader. I'm not saying he necessarily, said that about himself, but to be a really, he's really a centerpiece in the online.
He's the spokesperson for the conscious community. Shit, you just basically say that.
Right. And here he is. He done. Why do so many people do that? You want to use your own people against your own people. Well, Tammy ain't our own people, but you know what I mean. You want to use the most vicious, brutal, hurtful thing you can against your own people because you mad. That ain't right.
That's about a comment, a troll comment.
That ain't right.
Not somebody that he corresponded with, not one of his moderators, somebody he actually interacted with off of YouTube. Yeah. No, a troll.
About donations. About somebody generously giving their own money to you. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, like that same troll that left that comment could walk past him tomorrow on 125th and he won't even know.
No.
He's shaking his hand.
So was he right about what he said about Sandra Bland? Was he right then about what he said about we need more Darren Wilsons?
Thank you.
When since he said Tommy be tearing our ass up or whatever, so he was right about those things.
Was he right when he said
That's
Q
true.
Butter? Was he right when he said Was he right when he said Q Butter? He can't wait for Q Butter's kids to die so he can make a video laughing about it.
Mm-hmm.
Was he right then?
That's the thing.
Good
Right,
question.
endorse whether
We can't do that, y'all. Like
everything
Beckham said, we can't get that sensitive or that emotional, rather. We can't get to that point, y'all. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because the trolls can, man, I understand, but still, we gotta have limits, because to me, I feel like people lash out like that for that.
The trolls won. The
What
trolls
about
been giving. How
something
about
bigger
how about
than
this side, Netta? The trolls been giving you that work. These trolls been giving you that work for a while now. It's every time you sit up here, you make stupid ass streams like that for hours talking about trolls. They won. They won. Every time you stop your donations that you created to try to get that little news van, you shut it down because of what? Trolls. They won. These trolls have been kicking your ass for a long time, Side Netta. But you keep trying to fight these motherfuckers. That's a no-win situation. And you ain't doing nothing but turning off your core fan base. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Because if every time somebody said or did something that you didn't like, you'd be fighting all day, every day.
Okay.
You got to choose your battles wisely, it's like the idea somebody steps on your shoe. I can sit there and fight a dude, but what is that really going to, you know what I'm saying? What's that really going to prove? I always remember in the movie Higher Learning, where Ice Cube and Busta Rhymes and his crew went and fought the white supremacist dudes.
Mm-hmm.
And they one ass whooping ain't gonna change anything.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
It don't change after many years. Mm-hmm.
It feels good at the time frame, but it's not gonna change anything. So I mean, I understand comments and people are curious by nature. It's not just him. You see celebrities and everybody else. Who was that dude, the rapper who got mad because a girl clowned him on Twitter? French Montana.
Uh-huh.
And all she did was made a comment like, is anybody checking for friends? Just not.
She became nappy and all that.
Yeah, these dudes be getting up in their feelings. Like, social media ain't built for everybody. If you got thin skin, you really shouldn't be on social media. You really shouldn't. Because, like, you got to learn to brush stuff off. People are going to say things to try to piss you off. That's their goal.
But the thing that tripped me out, these are adults, and they come on here act like straight kids. Like, the whole basis of their conversation is like they in 7th grade.
Eighth grade.
But then they talk with sense, words. It's shit crazy.
It's like being in middle school. I swear. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jit.
No, you go ahead, because I was gonna say something to brother.
Say it's like
go ahead.
It's just eternally like being in 8th grade. He said this, she said that, and it's an all day back and forth thing, and it's about what? Comments, you don't have to read them. You know what I'm saying? They're there. You don't even have to look at them. I understand on the live chat there's something different, but like on your normal channel, you cut the comments off.
Yep.
The biggest thing,
people don't know how to take, that big of a deal.
People know how to take destructive criticism. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
they don't even be saying that disrespectful, or it's just, and you just go off like, damn, off that, brother.
And what
sometimes it be funny though. I ain't gonna lie. It's like, what's going on? Like, but what he just did today.
Yeah.
But what I was
I need an army. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. J.
No, I was gonna say what I would suggest to him too, is to have a comment moderator. You know what I mean? So that you have somebody whom you have designated who, can look at your comments.
But he can still, knowing Side Netta, he'll still go read the comment, because even if a moderator does delete the comment, you can still go to your dashboard and still see the comments that the moderators erased. So in knowing Side Netta, he'll still be, because he can't help himself. He can't help himself. He got to read the stuff. Like, he can't get it out of his system. Like, people have been telling him for a long time, stop reading the comments, but he still keeps reading them.
Man. And then plus, you know, everything's amplified too because of Tammy's people coming over there because of what recently happened. So, you know.
Right. And people see a crack in the armor, so they're gonna keep chipping at it.
Yep.
Tammy fans are loving this, by the way. Tammy fans are loving all this.
They having the time of their lives. I was gonna say to 118, brother Ed, before I forgot. This is another thing that we're up against is these flat.
I'm scared. I was scared to say that shit because them motherfuckers is crazy.
Let me tell you.
I just turn my camera back on.
I listened to this live stream or whatever debate with YK the Truth and with the guy Brother Sanchez or whatever, and about the flat earth and stuff. And so then the next day I got like, you know, a suggestion for the Brother Sanchez channel. And the video I seen the thumbnail was like some dusty, funky hillbilly white dude in the thumbnail. And the title was like something about neo-Nazis and white supremacists are not all white people or something like that. You know, this not all white people are bad, you know that.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked at it and it's some white, he uploaded some video some hillbilly did talking about, oh, I'm not with those white supremacists and blah, 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 blah. And the hate needs to end and all of this old foolishness. And so I commented on there. But then I went and I looked at some of his videos on his channel. I mean, what he had on his channel. And so I looked at some video he had. I was disgusted. And I know Psycho told me this already, but I actually saw it where he's sitting up there with the t-shirt with the damn Black Power fist. First of all, raggedy t-shirt. The design was so freaking dusty and cheesy, but whatever. Anyway, it was a Black Power fist with the damn globe and talking about flat earth, flat power. Then the like iconic picture with the brothers who were in the Olympics back in the 60.
Yeah.
John Carlos and Tommy Smith.
1968 Olympics. Yeah.
Okay, 68. Yes. Yeah. And so that iconic picture, you know, of course, where they're on the podium and they got their fist up. He used that, like that little silhouette or whatever, talking about flat earth power, flat panthers. And I'm like, damn.
That's Brother Sanchez.
We're under attack from every direction. This fool sit up here with these white women, and I knew it. I left the comment. I said I knew it. Because a lot of times for these people like this co-signing these integrationist movements that are anti-Black, it's because you laid up with some white woman or whatever the case may be. Mm. And so I called it. Yeah. I was like, I knew it. So you got these people, and I left the comment, and I was like, why are you using the Black Power symbol and all of this iconography from the Black Power movement for some fuckery on Black Power? That's a disgrace. It's now right disrespectful. It's blasphemous, in my opinion, to, you know, the movement that the Panthers had, for you to talk as much trash as you do about pro-Black people, but then you gonna use the symbols of Black Power to push your bullcrap. And I was just so pissed about that. I was just blown away. And so you had some white woman up here with this damn with the flat power shirt on with the Black Power fist.
Yeah.
You know, it's sickening.
Yeah, he sounds like he's a member of that Big Becky brand.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's my man. The one Yeah, that's what he said. He got that from that dude, that loudmouth dude with the yellow teeth, LeVar Ball. He got that big baller brand. He call it Big Becky brand. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm out. That's the term phrase that pays 3BB. Big Becky brand. Also, one thing I'm getting tired of, because I hear everything got to be a debate. You know, we're the Aboriginals. We're the original Moors. We're this. It's a flat Earth. I'm like, tell me where the end of the Earth is, so I can throw all these white devils over the cliff. God
I
damn
know
it!
that's right.
I'm about tired of this, man.
Please don't get me to talk about
I'm
it. Don't get me to talk
serious. Like,
I'm a
I'm
flat
just
earther.
like,
Don't get me to
look,
talk about it.
if it ain't changing our current reality, I don't give a damn what the hell you call yourself.
That's right.
You
That's
call
why I don't
yourself a
bring it to y'all.
snuffleupagus for all I care. Look, I don't care. Like, your belief system is fine. You know what I'm saying? I've met people, all kinds of people in my life, Bloods and Crips, dudes who were Muslim. You know what I'm saying? People who did a wide array of things, and that's cool. When we come in this room, it's like when you're on a football team. When you're on a football team, you got a 53-man roster. Every player on that team has their own distinct thing, offense, defense, whatever position they play. They don't all like each other. They ain't all friends, but the ultimate goal is to what? Win. So you put all those differences aside when you get on that football field. So the same thing applies. When we come together, it's black first. It's not I'm a woman first.
That's
It's
right.
not that I'm this first. I'm a man first. We are black first, because that is the reason why we are being.
That's
Not
right.
because you're tall, because you're short, because you got a degree. Don't nobody care about that. You can get racially profiled. You can get arrested in front of your own house like Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't matter. You can outrun anything. I know OJ said, I'm not black, I'm OJ. This is in jail and it ain't me. So, you know what I'm saying? You call yourself whatever you want to. You know, I don't
He'll
care
be
about
home
all
in a
that.
month.
Yeah. And he'll probably go right back to Big Becky brand.
Heck yeah,
You know,
he is. He
I'm
can't wait.
gonna put my own shirts. I'm gonna make my own shirts. I need to get with Sister Renee, Big Becky brand.
Okay.
We can make some money with those bad boys, I swear. But yeah, it's ridiculous to me. Like I said, it's all this division and separation. Look, I don't care if you a Greek, if you a Mason, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Either you're down or you're not. It's that simple. And I do think there needs to be rules and regulations. See, people want to be down, but like they don't want to be all the way down. Like a lot of people want the title, and there's a distinction there.
You want to be known and seen.
Exactly. You want the title of being this, because most athletes will tell you the hardest thing isn't about winning the championship, it's holding on to it. So you want the title of being pro-black, but you don't want to live up to the tenets. That's why you have people on YouTube with a white person talk about I'm pro-black.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's where you have that, because it's like, as Muchacha once said, if you keep making space for everybody, eventually the people who need to be there going to fall out the chair.
Yep.
No, these are what we do. These are the rules. These are the regulations. If you can't live up to the tenets, it's like if it doesn't matter how great of an employee I am. I could be the best employee at my job. If I'm late every day, they're going to fire my ass.
That's right.
So if you can't live up to the tenets and the principles, I don't care about your diet, if you're a vegan, whatever. Act first, not just in words, but in actions. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't do that, then you're a waste of space. You're dead weight. And we ain't got time for that. Like, some of y'all are gonna get left behind. I still contend some black people serve two purposes: human shields and bulletproof vests. That's the only thing they're good for. You know what I'm saying? Be like Nino Brown in New Jack City. Grab him, put him in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to die, but it ain't gonna be me. So, and that's just the way it has to be. Like, our friends, family members, I don't care who it is. My blackness precludes me from doing certain things.
Hey.
And buck dashing and cooning and selling out ain't gonna be it. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's right. No. Oh, when you said that, that just made me think of this. This is not, you're really on topic. But what happened? How did Nino end up dying? Was it that he was in the courthaus? But who shot him?
He got shot after the verdict came down, and that
old man shot him right through the heart.
Deal and got 2 years.
Right.
And they didn't like that.
Walking out the court, and that's when he got shot.
Okay.
Shot him, and he fell over the banister.
Remember the old man was going to shoot him when they was trying to give the kids the $1?
Yeah, he finally got him.
He tried to lullaby him.
That movie.
The old man hand was shaking. Actually, and the funny part about it, you remember the part where because they stole a lot of elements out of that movie. The part where they had the women in the bagging up the dope with no clothes on.
Yeah, in the drug house.
Nikki Barnes actually used to do that. Nikki Barnes would have the women
Okay, I think
working bagging up the heroin.
I will say
the
this.
documentary.
No, I'm about to say I will say this. It seemed like drug dealing skyrocketed after that movie came out. Everybody wanted to be Nino Brown.
Actually, another
wanted to be Nino Brown.
Let me say this.
About them
I
taking
live in
over
LA, y'all.
No.
I'm 34. When I was 10 and 12, the homies used to tell me, "Oh, that drug dealing was stuff is over with. There's no big money selling dope and none of that in LA, Compton, none of that. You have to go out of town to do that." So
yeah, that's what
y'all
happened. A lot of
neighborhood
people
where the
who
money is selling, that don't happen out here in LA no more.
because
It is
I'm
no
from
more.
Cali too.
So you know
That's
what I'm
they
talking
did.
about.
Right, they started going to the Midwest and Arkansas and places like that. It was flooded. You could blame Freeway Ricky Ross for that, because what he did, he was like the Walmart of dope dealing.
Right.
What he did was he realized, okay, I can sell it for the cheap, but sell more of it for more and sell it less. You know what I'm saying? So undercut everyone. So all the business was coming to him. Jack City, the part where he took over the Carter, there was a real drug cartel in Detroit who actually did that. Apartment building. So the stuff that you were seeing was actually based on a lot of real things. You know, so it's not, there's no real way. If you ever get a chance, have you ever seen the documentary on Nikki Barnes called Mr. Untouchable?
Yes, I had. It's on
it was on
it's
Netflix.
On
I don't know if it's still on there.
I don't think
No,
it is
on
on there anymore, but that's where I seen it. Couple years ago.
It might be on YouTube. It may be on YouTube. I'm not sure, but yeah, he
too. We was looking for it the other day. It's not on there. And
it
the other
was
one that
dope.
got out, what's his name? Frank Lucas. They took his off too.
Yeah. I'm sure you can find them on it, but yeah, I mean, it's all that destruction and death and just the, because I'd heard the last broadcast, I believe y'all did, Mr. Jen, y'all were talking about the guy, what is he saying that putting drug in our community, and his point was, well, you shouldn't use them.
Oh.
Bruh, do you understand that the U.S. government put drugs in the black community, and your only response is,
Thank you.
You're missing bigger point. The government that you pay taxes to, that many of our ancestors went and fought for wars.
Yes.
And you're telling me that, we should overlook that part of it.
Yes.
Who said that?
Because we shouldn't use them in
and
the first.
they think that this stuff is right. And some of those flat earth people said that stuff too. And that other dude, food, clothing and shelter, Logic or whatever his name is. That's what he said. And that other guy, Brother Sanchez, said on the thing before that
in the military. So anything about the military, he's going to defend wholeheartedly. He's still in the military. That's his job.
Right. And they were like, black people should be so on point that they coming and bringing drugs and guns in our community, dropping it off, it'll just pile up. What? Shut the hell up, you damn fool. It's stupid stuff like that. And this is what kills me. People talk all this trash about black people being criminals. They talk all this black on black crime. If you so concerned about crime, why do you so easily overstep the criminality of the United States government? If you're against crime, then be against crime all the way around. So that means that you wouldn't dust off, like you just said, back to love. I'll be trying to tell people this. People just be like, well, that don't mean you got to use it. I'm like, wait a minute. You're not understanding the gravity of having the government conspire against you, create a drug specifically to put into your poor, vulnerable communities after you have disenfranchised people for all of these years and put guns there and create an environment purposely. And you mean to tell me you brush by that and your response is, well, you don't have to use it? What?
Yeah. And that same person right there, Mr. Jit, ask him, do you leave your keys in your car? Your house unlocked? Because ain't nobody supposed to rob you. No one is
Right.
supposed to steal your car. I bet you around Christmas time, do you leave all your gifts in plain sight in your car?
Nope.
Why? Because you know somebody gonna take them. So that's the dumbest argument I've. And then the whole military thing. There's been so many black men and women who served. Yeah, Bill. That served
That's
for
right.
this country. And I love how everybody who speaks for the military never served a day.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All the people who speak for the military never served a day. George Bush got how many damn? He never went to war. Dick Cheney got how many deferments? But he loved to talk about it. And I know I'm being from San Diego. All the homeless people I see in San Diego, personnel. But we support our troops.
That's
We
right.
love our troops as long as they're of use. But when they come back and have mental issues and physical ailments and impairments, you know what I'm saying? I've seen them
take care of them.
You know, you just a slab of meat. You know,
Yep.
that's why a lot of disproportionately so many black men got sent to Vietnam. When they tried to make Muhammad Ali go by changing his status, justified a whole lot lower. You know, and that's a question I like to ask people who going on Colin Kaepernick. How would y'all feel about Muhammad Ali and what he did or what John Carlos and Tommy Smith did? Disrespecting, or because it was only a few years, it was some years ago, was it totally different? Because what's going to happen to Kaepernick is what happened to Ali.
Right.
Years down the road, they're going to go back and say, he was this.
That plays into that whole colorism thing, though, too. And it plays into the whole biracial thing, too. That black people, not everybody, but many black people are more
likely, more likely to listen to
or sympathy or understanding or compassion for mixed race people and lighter skinned black people. But in this case, Kaepernick is not black, he's mixed race. And many black people have more, you know, that's why the not light skin, but the biracial girls get more empathy. Like you'll hear a lot of black men say, oh, these dark skinned girls, they hate the mixed girls, and they do this and this and that to them. And they're so quickly in, you know, to side with them because it's like, you know, black folk, a black person of two black parents, especially if you're brown skin or darker, like who gives a damn about you? I don't have no empathy towards you. But these mixed people, oh my gosh, oh, somebody help. We got to stand with them. We got to get behind them. Like you see the NYPD or whatever, some of the black officers or whatever, you know, we stand with Cap or whatever their thing is. And that's all well and good. But like you brought to my attention, I didn't know Marshawn Lynch was doing that. You know,
that's my dude. That's my favorite athlete. You know what I'm saying? And I love his tagline. I'm about that action, boss. You know, I ain't talking, ain't never did nothing. Talking ain't never worked for me. I'm about that action, and I respect that mightily. And he backs it up.
Marshawn Lynch
looks like this, that, and the third. Nah,
dudes, he's not going to conform. He's going to keep doing what he do. He don't care what nobody has to say. Fine him.
Yeah, exactly.
You that good, and they need you that bad, you can do that.
You know, he's a man who became famous off of not saying anything. He worked the system, stroked the media, and that's why I respect him so much, because he Oakland through and through. Marshawn Lynch is Oakland through and through. He ain't never going nowhere. And he, like I said, he's done so much, and he continues to do so much. I actually went on his website and bought a couple items off of his website because I respect that man that much. To be a young man, I think he might even not even be 30 years old yet. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I don't think they said he hasn't spent any of his money from his NFL career. All the money he's spent has been his endorsement money.
That's dope.
So people look at him with dreads in his head and gold teeth in his mouth and think a certain way about him. But the kid, I mean, he went to Berkeley, so he's not an idiot. You know what I'm saying? So the kid has some smarts and he loves his people. Unlike many of these other people in here, just play football. I'm a former slave of mixed race. Don't disrespect the flag.
And this man standing up there as black as the day is long.
Yeah, it's like
as damn black as the day is long. Talking about I'm mixed race. I'm a mixed race American. If you don't show down somewhere, okay.
I swear I never liked LaDainian Tomlinson.
Damian Thomason said that?
Yes.
Damian Thomason is black as my damn phone.
Okay.
You can't convince him of it.
His mama and daddy are black people. His parents are, he has 2 black.
No, well, not according to him.
That? When he say that?
And when he, at his Hall of Fame speech.
Hall of Fame.
His Hall of Fame speech, he said that.
So that was in November then.
No, that was about a month ago.
That was a month ago. That was a month
ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, I don't know who gets the biggest butter biscuit.
I stopped fucking with sports for like 3 years ago. I really.
Nah, I'm like between Jerry Rice, Reverend Ray, Ray.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It is a lot of coonery going on.
I mean, that's why I said I'm not watching NFL.
It's at an all-time high right now.
Des Bryant.
Yeah, that's my boy too.
Warren Moon. Like, you can make an all-star football team of all this cooning.
That's real.
I'm dead serious too.
It's a lot of gay stuff starting to go on in NFL too. Odell Beckham's gay than a motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
Oh man, I don't even want to talk about him.
He's fine. Fine
was
there.
Don't say that. He was a pool, and there was a hot tub, a big hot tub, and there was some dudes around it.
Yeah.
And he started singing, and the dude sexual healing, and the dude popped up and rubbed. I gotta show you what he did.
Yeah, you're right. Sexual healing.
I've seen that.
Dude popped
Wait,
up.
let me look at the thing because I didn't know nothing about
this. Did his face like that, and looked into the camera and gazed in the camera. He popped up. He's in the water, so he fixed his face. He gazed at the camera, and it zoomed into him, and then it showed Odell Beckham again, and it cut off. Him talking about sexual healing, singing the song.
When I get that feeling, I get sexual healing, and then
I can think of that part. Yeah, that is the part. And he popped up out of the water
with all kinds of suds and stuff on him, nasty as hell.
Wow.
You remember? You know that sound like Psycho. Remember that Martin Lawrence comedy special he's talking about? Remember when you was a kid, you was in that creek and you came up and all that water was all off your balls.
Oh, why you bring that up, bro? Damn it, damn, what's the name of it?
That was you so crazy. That was you so crazy.
You so crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, I'm like, the dude got that poodle hair with the blonde streak down it, man.
Yeah. That's very
what do you say? Oh, you look like you got Indian in your family.
I mean,
I'm just like,
what's going on, y'all? Hey, have y'all seen that video of that guy who was a gang member or whatever?
Not the transgender one, right?
Yeah, he from Chicago.
Oh man,
that hurt my heart.
Man.
He's like, man, he's a shooter, man. He used to be a shooter. He's like, yeah, man. I feel more comfortable like this, just like it's how I like to be.
Yeah.
He started throwing. I got mad, like, man, I know you ain't doing that. Like, he got high though.
Man, but people need to really stop playing because let's keep it 100. A lot of them gangsters be the main ones screwing each other, screwing other dudes. And I was watching this thing, and they was talking about some guys in Florida are locked up. Because for the gang initiation, these are black dudes, for their gang initiation, they had to rape and sexually molest the young boys in order for them to become. And the dudes are actually locked up behind that. So they was having little black boys, 14 years old, 10 years old, whatever.
Well, times have certainly changed because I know growing up in Cali, you had to get jumped in and you had to put in some work.
Yeah, we in jail, we don't play that. We kill motherfuckers. You can't be in a. It's crazy. In the pen, of course, it's people that's lifers, people that got 40, 50 years, they turn gay. Okay, it's people like that. It's your homies, but they.
Dude in the shower next to me ain't gonna be looking appealing. I'm sorry, that ain't never gonna happen.
Peter gaze, and you get beat up right there. It's no play, don't get. It's none of that. And LA,
what's that show?
We don't play that out here.
What's it called? Lock Up.
Like
one where was this dude? I think it was in Alabama. It was this one dude, like a light skinned dude. He had like.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And this little feminine dude who was rubbing on his hand, telling he was his wife.
Yep.
And old boy, like, you like, oh man, this just when I'm inside here, you know, I ain't gay or nothing, bruh.
Right.
You a fruit booty. Hell yeah, you gay. Man, you talking about you ain't gay? You got to do rubbing on you, man. Watch out.
But check this out. If you remember, the one who was supposedly the wife had 13 children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He had 13 children. Okay. And the other dude, I think, had like 3 or 4 children or something. And he was like, yeah, you know, when I'm on the street, I ain't with this. You know, he know that it's just why we in here and this and that.
He just
Man,
saying that because he on camera and he know the people at home gonna see his ass.
why the hell would you be on camera saying any of that? Anyway, they all remind me of that character and Don't Be a Menace. The dude was talking about when they were playing dominoes.
Yeah.
He said, throw me in jail.
Right.
Throw away the key.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say the rest of it because you ain't gonna get me to say that, but you know what it was. I was saying that for nothing in this world,
he had the
man.
toothpick in his mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all the other dudes was looking like, what?
What
Yo,
the hell?
he just got out of jail. That's why.
Yeah.
Nah, sitting there, he sit there shanking his food.
Yeah.
Right.
Find my old video. Give me 1 second.
Hey, that was that's the first time I seen that, and he was talking to it. He was looking around at everybody like he was secretly doing it. Oh man, why you bring that up?
Man.
Ah man, it's on the cool. And then they had my favorite part in there when old boy was looking at that. He said, "Oh, my milk of magnesia."
Yeah, the African nigga. Not the African, but he played Malik in Menace to Society.
That meth-headed skinny big glasses wearing.
Oh man,
Branch. You wasn't even big Becky Branch.
Little Becky. It was so funny, on the
but it's
second
not.
scene when they was, you know, pouring Kool-Aid and all this stuff, taking
the hot dog,
yeah, the government cheese,
wieners and shit.
She melted that government cheese on
yes,
him.
that government cheese. Oh my god, that was hilarious.
Give me 1 second, family. Y'all want to laugh? Give me 1 second. I haven't seen that. I made this video.
I want to bring up some videos about Audio Beck. I'm gonna bring that shit up. Watch this. Fuck it, you bring it up.
Oh man, that's such a waste of a man. That ain't nothing but a damn waste of a man. Straight up.
That's the video I was about to bring up.
Oh, okay. Oh, dang. Hold on. I'm about to. Oh.
No.
He said official video.
Wow. But around a bunch of dudes.
It was one that was on a boat. He had on a net shirt and he was twerking. And like, what the fuck is you doing, bro?
Dancing around a whole bunch of Negroes.
Twerking.
And
look at him.
Skinny jeans and shit.
Look at him twerking. Stanky leg.
Okay, he got the stanky leg on him. With sparkle. He want to show off his sparkle shoes. What? And look at that dude right there. He liking it.
They dancing together. What you mean? That's his boy.
Yeah.
You see them gazing at each other?
Wow.
The some brothers who be together. If you singing and dancing on stage with your brothers. On the two.
Man, I ain't dancing over 15 years. The hell I look like.
That's just. If you ain't Scoob and Scrap Lover, you ain't supposed to be dancing with each other.
Wow.
If I ain't holding a woman doing a two-step, I'm in the back somewhere. Nah, I ain't nah.
What? So I guess the hot tub thing was supposed to signify that he's a top.
I have no idea what that is.
Because he was behind the dude.
There you go.
You would dip your head in water and you come up and just shake it like that. And your hair would lay right over your right eye. You had that good head. Everybody had thought you had Indian in your hair. What the fuck are you saying, man? I remember how you would just dip your body in the water and you would come up. But water would just glisten all over your body.
That nigga.
Water would glisten all over your body.
Wow. Exactly.
That's
Nigga, you can.
But who is that? Is it? I think they're at the facility.
These
Is that
these
other
are
football
ways.
players?
These are ways of perfectly
yeah. Like I said, I
handsome
don't. When people,
black skin.
because people love to applaud that stuff. I'm like, hell nah. That's one less black man for a black woman to choose from, man. That ain't
Okay,
nothing to be applauding. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. You know,
that's a damn
it's
shame.
it's just it is. I'm like, yo, what the hell? I'm
It's
like, yo,
that's
I mean, me and my nah, because I remember something Biggie had said a long time ago, and I ain't saying Biggie was gay. I'm
Man,
like,
that's a
that
lot of
ain't
shit
my
Biggie said when I was little. I used to be
nah,
like, what? Did he just say that?
nah,
Like,
yeah.
what that
it,
mean?
it
Yeah,
wasn't
I
even
heard
on the
other guys was saying that too. What you just said
not even
back.
yeah, it wasn't even on the song. It's something they were like, okay, like if you had your dream scenario, what you want to do? Like, man, I want me and my mans and them be out on a little island and we just be smoking law all day. I'm like, that don't sound like fun to me. There ain't no women around. What the hell you want to be with a whole bunch of dudes? I like my homeboys and everything, but they can't replace no damn woman. You know what I'm saying?
And
I
it's a
know.
I'm
lot of
sorry.
these dudes now who that's what they doing. They screwing their homeboys.
A whole bunch of dudes. I like my homeboys and everything, but they can't replace no damn woman. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Crazy.
It's an
Oh,
echo
there you
camera,
go.
y'all.
It's an echo.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, Psycho.
Okay, that's it. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
time and a
his
place for
last
everything.
album cover was a floral dress with rivets and shit all around it, like with
It's
a
just
with a color purple hat on and
You
shit.
know what? And on the cool, that I mean, the Boondocks just predicted so much of this stuff, man.
oh, yep.
Like I
Boondocks
Boondocks,
predicted
like
all of this stuff, man.
in cartoons. I don't watch them.
Homies
It's
over hoes.
the gay rapper,
Yep.
all that, man. It's like a couple of them,
This
well,
stuff
more than a
is
couple.
real, but all that is just social engineering.
Oh yeah,
Feel
oh
me?
yeah.
And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the homosexual thing in the black community is off the chart. I mean, you will get so many black people who stand homosexual. Black people will be ready to fight you, argue with you behind you saying anything against homosexuality. And how in the hell are we the most oppressed people? And we sitting up here trying to co-sign homosexuality and equate that with our struggle? So you mean to tell me you're equating what is a behavior? Because let's be clear, homosexuality is a
A choice,
behavior.
a
You're
choice.
equating a behavior to a person's biological uh, um, race or heritage, ancestry, however you want to put it. Something that a person has absolutely zero control or power over. When we were in our mother's womb, we were black. Okay, you gonna be that from the day you born to the day you die. If you bleach your skin like Michael Jackson, whatever, your DNA still says you a black person. And you mean to tell me you're gonna see that as equivalent to a man wanting to go up in another man's butt? Really? You're gonna belittle your own heritage that much to support that? It's just to the point. And I've been talking about this for 5 years. I actually probably longer than that. I've been screaming about this for over 5 years, trying to wake black people up to this gay agenda. This I don't like saying gay, but homosexual agenda. Because gay means happy, but this homosexual agenda in our community, and I get so many people who push back. And even with that guy who we were just talking about, who's supposed to be the transgender whatever now, and he was a gangbanger whatever, people were like supporting him, talking about, oh, he's living his truth now, and he's being who he really is, and that's probably why he was doing what he. No, the hell is not. Get the hell out of here. That man is clearly sick. He's mentally ill, and all of that killing and stuff he did has come back on him. You can't get away from that type of stuff. And not only that, but he was probably raped and molested and everything else to get into that. So it's just it's crazy. It's crazy. And
Oh
black
boy,
folks,
looked like he was on drugs though. He looked like he was just
yep,
low key gave up on a lot. It don't look like he was just that's. It don't look like he just stopped banging and start wearing start wearing women clothes. It looked like he was really out on his luck, and he
yep,
just gave up in a way.
yep. Who knows? Because he was like, I'm going through a lot right now. And then the dude was like, hey, them dudes was effing you and this and that. He was like, well, I ain't putting nobody's business out there like that.
Yeah, I
I'm
think it
like,
was
wow.
somebody said it was a video of him or something.
Yeah, because he said, I seen the videos and this and that. I'm like, mm, mm, mm. And then these are the same dudes who running around here trying to screw black women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They trying to dip and dab, and you got dudes. And I know a lot of brothers sometimes get upset about whenever people talk about like how in prison, um, a lot of guys may be picking up these behaviors.
They get
But
upset
we
because you
have to be
talking about
honest.
them.
Right, right. We have to be honest though. You can't tell me that you can have such a prevalence of incarceration in your community and that none of that goes on in there spills out into the larger community. That's
Yeah.
bull. You got so
No,
many people in and out of prison in the black community. It's prison culture within the so-called free black community um
exactly.
as well. You can't separate the two when you have, as it stands at this moment, 1 out of every 10 black men is currently incarcerated. You have a lot of sisters who are incarcerated as well because the
Exactly.
lesbianism is
Yeah.
off the fucking charts.
Yeah. I knew a girl who went to jail and she was messing around with another female in jail. So it
They
does
said
happen.
75% of women who go into prison as completely heterosexual, no nothing.
Mhm.
That 75% of those women come out either bisexual or as lesbians.
Yeah. And 96% in the WNBA.
Wow.
Because that one girl, they were tripping on that one girl because she wasn't gay. They were
Mm-hmm.
trying to
Yeah,
bully
she
her and
spoke
all.
out.
Wasn't it Candace
She's
Yeah,
good
Williams, I
too.
believe is her name?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
good too.
yeah.
I don't think she's
WNBA is
playing no more.
littered with gays all over the place. What's that one
Yeah.
chick that be dunking all over the place? What's her name
Yeah,
again?
but she,
Brittany Griner.
Yeah, Brittany Griner. That's her. Yeah.
Now, what was
Uh,
funny with that?
She's
I
a,
remember.
I think she was born with a, yeah.
Well,
that
now the thing about
damn,
that
like,
was I remember when she came out as gay. I'm like, so what's the secret?
oh,
like when
okay.
Wanda Sykes came out talking about she was gay. Like, motherfucker, we know you gay.
Nah,
Like, what the
nah. What she said though is what really got me on her. And said she getting a butter biscuit too, talking about it's tougher to be gay than black. I want to throw a brick
Get
at
out
her.
my face. Get
Yeah,
out my ooh.
bro, I
No.
didn't even know she said that.
Oh, she did.
She's on my shit list now. Oh,
Oh yeah,
Wanda Sykes said that?
you want to call her?
yeah. Like I said, I keep track of all these butter biscuit eating sons of bitches. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I
She
think
said
I
that
did
until
see something about her saying that
yeah,
before.
she got booed off the stage after Trump got elected. She realized real quick they weren't booing you because you was gay.
Mm-mm-mm. That's right.
Yeah, so you have them all out there. I mean, you see, even Tyler Perry got his butter biscuit today. After all that
Yep.
stuff Joel Osteen did, he still donated money to that fool's church for the relief effort.
Wow.
Like,
I'm
what
not
the hell
surprised.
wrong with you? I'm not
He
surprised,
has a
but I'm
big
just
ass
like,
studio, one of the biggest studios in that state. Why don't he just bust people over there to the studio?
Oh, of course not.
man, oh no, man.
That's
You know what I'm
asking
saying?
for too much. He just want the money. You feel
We're
me?
not
Of course.
He
asking.
want the
I
money and run.
understand. Like, I'm not asking. Like, you know what? You got a big ass house. Like, since no, this nigga got a big ass open area where it's enclosed with bathrooms and shit at.
Yep.
Bust the motherfuckers down there. They don't have to be a
Well,
lot, just 1,000. You know, don't put no more than 1,000. But damn, that should be
well,
killing me, y'all.
see, now easy to said and done because even him being that he's from New Orleans, he knows the effects of hurricanes, especially Katrina, because he had family down there. But even with all of that,
That's right.
that didn't change his mentality, his attitude. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
So it's
our
just
people are sick, y'all.
what one. I mean, we have many issues, but one of the biggest one is individualism. I got
Yep.
mine. You better get yours.
That's
You know,
right. Forget
but
about
but
everybody
what happens?
else.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And I think it's weird how life works. Like be having kids can't, right? The people who would do
Right.
something good with the money don't have it.
Right.
In our community, the least of us have always done the most. They say the
Yep.
people who tithe the most at church are the people who have the least money to give. You know, and that's the way it's always been. People get on, get their thing, go on about their business, but then when they get that wake up call at that moment,
They run it
because
back
I'm
to black
offering,
folk.
my mom told me the story about Sammy Davis Jr.
Them
Mm-hmm.
Right?
niggas, them
Sammy
niggas
Davis Jr.
get
at one
you.
point was one of the most famous black men on the planet. He was
Mm-hmm.
doing it big, you know, variety shows, TV shows, movies. He was the Candyman Ken. He was doing all that. Conk in his hair, white woman on his arm. He was in the Rat Pack and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't give a damn. But then as time went on, them TV shows started to dry up. No more movie roles, and the IRS was on his little bony ass.
Right.
Then did he grow out his little natural and put on his tiny little dashiki and throw his little fist in the air talking about power to the people? And just like we always do, we took him back. I'm
Took
like,
them
you should
back.
have kicked him in his bony back and knocked that glass out of his head.
Okay.
You sell us out, to hell with you. No take backs. We don't want you. The black delegation is giving you away.
I
You know, I'm
agree.
just like, we got to start doing that, drawing lines in the sand. You disrespect the me. Because I heard people talking about old Jerome Sotomayor talking about, well, you know, if he was there ain't that man could do on this planet. Take that dude back.
Thank you. Thank you. I feel the same
Ever,
way.
ever,
And that,
ever, ever, ever.
I feel the same way. If you
And I
make
mean,
your, like you said, we got to draw a line in the sand. If you make your stance that you are willing to compromise your entire race of people, for your own, to line your own pockets, honey, ain't no coming back. It's a wrap.
exactly,
And
exactly. And
this
I mean,
man
that's on
has
them.
been,
That's on the major scale.
and people
You
don't
know,
understand because people be like, see, this is the victim. This now people want to talk about black folk playing victim when we
right?
playing white people. No, I'll tell you what a victim is. A victim is him when he spends so much time degrading and disrespecting black people. And then as
Right.
soon as something happens, but they're doing this to another black man. Oh, they're just upset. You mean to tell me I should get hit because of something you don't like a video I did? Stop it. Stop it.
Man,
Stop trying to
yeah,
diminish the
yeah.
massiveness of this issue. Stop trying to make it just because you don't like the video. Shut the hell up. You have created an environment online that terrorizes black women, that disrespects black people, and you have
Mhm.
emboldened these white people and these white supremacists in order to say and do as they please and hide behind you because you're a black man saying it. And that has
Well,
translated to the white dude that killed that black elder in New York. The other, they said also Dylan Roof was subscribed to him.
yeah,
And excuse me, you have a lot of white people who support him,
right.
like I said, because they hide behind him. And the rhetoric that he's spewing is so dangerous because it's
Yeah.
continuing to take the eye off of who the main problem is, which is white supremacy, the system of racism, white supremacy,
Hmm.
by saying that it's black people's fault for our own condition and that we are the ones who caused all of this, and we shouldn't have any expectations of this particular system because we're the ones who are our own worst enemy. That is such a dangerous, dangerous thing to push,
Yeah.
especially in the time that we're in. Because what that does is, and it's what people don't get, when again you go back to Hitler and the propaganda campaigns and things that he ran on the Jews, that helps to make the people more desensitized when it's time to do
Exactly.
actual mass exterminations and when it's time to persecute people. Because the
Hmm.
people are like, well, these are the worst people in the community, or excuse me, in the society. They're scum. They're the scum of the earth. They should be wiped out.
Yeah.
Look at all the stuff that they do. So they use a person like Tommy and his channel, and they can say, look at all of the stuff those niggers are doing. And they're out here
Exactly.
doing this and that, and they're the worst people in the world. So therefore, people will have even less empathy and sympathy when things happen to Black people. Like I said, when Black people are
Exactly.
we're exterminated in mass numbers and continuing to be oppressed and more things done to us and police able to shoot us down when we are unarmed.
Exactly.
Many people don't give a damn about that because they feel we deserve it because of the
Yep.
images and propaganda that's been pushed for so long that Black people are nothing but criminals, we're nothing but crooks and thugs, we're no
Right.
good, and we deserve whatever we get.
And all those labels have been put on us. You go back and watch the original Birth of a Nation.
Yep.
We're incorrigible. We're out here trying to rape white women. It sounds like the same thing we go through now, don't it? You
Yep.
know, they put these labels on us. So it's almost like I know, and I heard y'all once again on a previous hangout where the distinction between a Black person and a quote unquote nigger.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about someone's behavior, but when you're using those terms, you're dehumanizing them. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So that makes their value, their life doesn't have any value. Oh, she's just a prostitute. Or gets raped, her life didn't matter. You
Yep.
see what I'm saying? Or he was just a blood or a crip. You
Yep.
know, you can put any label you want to. It's a way to dehumanize someone. Oh, well, he was a thief.
Like when the
So,
police kill you and you did nothing wrong and they pull back something you did 10 years ago and put that in it's
exactly.
crime 10 years ago. Like, motherfucker, damn, you
And nah,
shit.
even with
Yeah.
that, well, he smoked marijuana because that's what they did with Philando Castile. One
Mm-hmm.
that showed he had bad judgment. I'm like, I didn't really. Where did it say that
I
smoking
know
marijuana was a crime punishable by death? Where did it
who.
say that?
Oh man, when that cop said that, and I could have jumped through the damn computer screen when I watched about.
Also,
Oh,
being scared be a reason to kill someone
right.
because you're scared. Because there was a
Why
case,
you
I
a
think
police
it was
officer?
exactly because I think most cops were dudes who got picked on in school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were the
Yeah.
dude who got their lunch taken all the time. So this is a little bit to give you powers. Like if you gave a kid who was a
Right.
hall monitor, you give power corrupts people
Oh man, yeah.
absolutely. So you softer than a Twinkie feeling. You know what I'm saying? So this is my opportunity to get back at y'all. I got the
Yep.
best. It's like that movie Judge Dredd. You know what I'm saying? It's scary, and because you're scary, you can just shoot somebody like you damn. What was the on Andy Griffin show? Was it Barney? What was it? Damn Barney Fife or something like that?
Uh-huh.
You're
Yeah, it's
scary,
always
so you
got a
pull out your
gun.
little
About the
pistol.
cop down in Atlanta.
Yeah, yes, I heard about that. Did you hear about that?
Uh-uh.
That's legit. The one. Well, I guess he pulled over some woman, white woman. She was a little bit tipsy or drunk, and I guess she was asking to reach like for her phone. She's like, "I'm scared to reach my phone because I'm afraid if I do, you're gonna shoot me." He said, "Nah, we only kill Black people."
I
He
You
got
said
said,
it's on
that.
camera.
he said you ain't got nothing to worry about. You're
Send
not
it to
Black.
y'all right now. I got that shit. It's on my Facebook. I'm gonna send it to y'all right now.
Yeah, so and I mean, I'm not shocked by it. He just says because the thing is that people are like, well, they need to do something about it. They don't do anything about them shooting us on camera. What
Okay.
about he got fired? He got fired, but you shoot somebody,
Wow.
you keep your job. You say
Wow.
it, you get fired. Ain't that funny how that works? Because there was a case I think in Detroit where there was a
Mm-hmm.
young boy, a teenager. There was somebody walking outside of his house. Right, their house had been robbed previously. He grabbed a shotgun. He didn't know these people were. He like, get away. They didn't. He shot both of them. They were cops. They didn't announce themselves as cops. They didn't say they were cops. They didn't say why they're there. So he protected his home. He shot him. They trying to throw this kid in jail for life
See.
for defending his home.
And see, that's another thing that pisses me off about these damn coons and stuff who align with these white supremacists is because they try to pretend as if everybody who is in the criminal quote unquote justice system are there because
Yeah,
they're guilty, are there because they're thugs,
exactly.
they're hoodlums, they're the scum of the earth. That's not true. It's been tons of
Oh yeah.
Black people who have been caught up in the system purposely and intentionally because this is what white supremacy
Mm-hmm.
does. So they can say that any Black man fits the
Yep.
description. They can come up to a Black man and
Exactly.
just, hey, you fit the description. And you didn't have, have nothing to do with nothing. You ain't got nowhere, no connection with any crime that done happened. And simply on the strength of that, they can give you at least an arrest record behind that. Now you have history of being arrested, and you have a mugshot and these types of things because they're holding you on suspicion of you the description of a crime, right? You know,
Khalif Browder was in Rikers for 3 years for a book
behind
bag.
a backpack.
Or another one, and this illustrates the point. You know who Brian Banks is, right, Miss Legit? You've heard that name?
Yes.
That was the one he served 5 years in jail for a rape he didn't commit, 5 years on probation, and he had to register as a sex offender. The only reason he got off is because the girl who did it to him reached out to him on Facebook to be a friend. Now, here's the funny thing. This kid he went to Long Beach Polytechnic High School to go to USC, had a future in front of him. He goes to jail, and his lawyer told him this. He had a public defender. You know, they couldn't afford no real high-powered attorney. She's like, look, you're a big black guy. You're not going to get a fair shake. This is what his lawyer told him. So you might as well take the plea. He took the plea thinking he was only going to serve 2 years. Now, when he was told this, he had to make the decision on his own within like 5 minutes. He couldn't talk to his mother or anybody else.
Wow.
He's only going to do 2 years. He gets 5. Then 5 on probation. And the only reason he got off because the girl reached out to him, or else he would have been a sex offender for the rest of his life, which meant he wouldn't have been able to work. He couldn't have been around certain, environments, so on and so forth. And these are every few months I hear stories of guys being released from prison after 10. There's a guy I think in Detroit who's suing them for $100 million. He just served 25 years. Or
what about
the story,
the black man who
the one who
dreamed that she dreamed that she was raped by him.
Oh my God.
He did 28 years in prison. He did,
and all I can say is oops.
And all I can say is oops.
Or the case of what was the one I think everybody was signing a petition on. They were about to execute a brother, and DNA evidence said that he didn't do it.
That's right, in Missouri. Yep, in my state.
Here's another case in Louisiana. I think it was 3 or 4 young brothers. They just walking down the street. It's it was a little bit dark, so they're off on the side of the road. Person comes along, hits all of them. Do you know that they gave the guys misdemeanors for being hit because they didn't have on the reflective gear?
Wow. What?
And this person hit them. So, but if we're making all this up, that can't be true. This is all, it's a figment of your imagination. This can't be true.
Right.
As Richard Pryor says, there is no justice, it's just us.
That's right.
When you see them planning,
make you believe that these things are isolated incidences, that these are not typical, and these things just happened. It was a freak incident. No, it's not.
Yeah, because I know my man said he from Cali. He should know, man, because people love to say how much that it's the South. No, as Malcolm X said, anything south of Canada is the South.
Okay.
Are the worst on planet Earth.
Okay.
I know a dude. There were certain areas he would just avoid because he knew he was gonna get pulled over. Like what you saw that scene in Minister Society where Kane and Sharif got beat up.
Yeah.
In neighborhood, that really happens. They will take you, rough you up, and throw you in another neighborhood to make it look like they did it. That Rampart and all that stuff that you saw in NWA, that battering ram, all that stuff is real. This is not made up stuff.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think you even mentioned this message about they knew that there were known white supremacists in the LAPD.
Oh yeah.
Oh, back in the 60s with the Watts riots and everything. I forgot the police commissioner's name in LA at the time, but they said that he used to recruit cops straight from Klan rallies. Like for real, like for real, like straight from Klan rallies. He'll bring them up from the South. He'll bring them up from the South, straight from Klan rallies to come work for him in his police department.
Because I'm telling you, the LAPD was no joke.
Oh, they got a long history of racism.
Oh yeah, that's one of the reasons why the gangs got started. Initially, it was like sort of like with the Panthers to protect your community and your neighborhood.
That's right.
Because you're dealing. Oh yeah, most definitely. The part nobody wants to talk about.
I could show y'all what because I grew up down the street from where the Watch Fire started. Watch Fire started on 116 Avalon. I grew up on 118 San Pedro. I could show y'all what some of that shit look like. Oh shit! You said that. That's what we can see.
Yeah, it's like I said, people got to understand that it's all over this country. It doesn't matter where you live. And like as they said in the NWA song, black cops can be some of the worst ones.
Oh,
when I say police, when I say police, I'm not talking about white people. I'm talking about cops in general.
Yeah, like they coons. The black cops are straight coons. And
oh yes,
they gotta axe the ground because, like you said, most of them probably was punks in school.
Yeah,
and that nerd got thrown in
the
got thrown in lockers and stuff like that. You know, like just probably got robbed every day after school. Like they was that guy. You know, like you said, they got a gun in the bag.
Yeah. So now you got some power.
Authority, and you're gonna abuse.
And and it's kind of weird because it's like, okay, we have police officers here, but then you look at the military. I remember there was a case, I think it was in Afghanistan. There was some soldiers who was getting fired at there was a mosque and they were shooting at them from the mosque, right? So they use their tactics, they get in there, they de-escalate it, they get all the weapons away, and one of the military personnel shot one of the guys in the back while he was down. He went to jail for that. Where somebody was shooting back at him.
Who got shot went to jail?
No, the soldier who shot the unarmed guy who was just shooting at him previously, he went to jail. Now think about that. This man was shooting at you. You go in there, you kill him, you go to jail. You shoot an unarmed person here, and all you gotta do is I was in fear for my life.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's all good.
And you get a vacation, you get a GoFundMe.
All that. I mean, it is funny because, you know, like black cops really hate black people.
Yep.
Oh, most definitely. Oh,
black
most
cops
definitely.
Hate black people. They look at we all criminals in their eyes. They looking at
exactly.
They look at everybody sideways. They hate.
And y'all like Boys in the Hood.
Exactly. That's exactly that is probably the archetype right there.
Yep.
A cop. I hate you, black gangbanger. Yeah.
They all sound like Tammy. You know. They all sound like Tammy. Matter of fact, I bet you they all sub to Tammy.
I bet you they do too.
And another thing, obviously you got a lot of white supremacists, but a lot of cops are also ex-military as well. A lot of them ex-military. Yeah. I saw a video of a Mexican dude. This was years ago in Cali. He was home on leave. He's in the passenger seat. Cop tells him to both get out. You know, him and the driver get out the car. He says, "Okay, get on the ground." He's like, "Look, sir, I'm just home on leave. I don't want any problem. I got to go back to Afghanistan." The dude told him stand up. As soon as he went to stand up, he shot him in the stomach.
Damn.
That was a black cop.
Yeah, shot him in the
San
stomach.
Bernardino, I think.
On camera. He told him to stand. He followed everything he told. He put his hands behind his back. He was on his knee. He said, stand up. As soon as he moved, pow.
You know, because that's what they try to use against us with these situations, is to say that black people are not compliant.
Right.
That, you know, we don't listen to authority, or we don't respect authority. And so that's how so many people who are unarmed end up dead.
Exactly.
What police are specifically trained to deal with conflicts. They not no damn Girl Scouts. They're trained to deal with conflict. They're you know, they're trained to deal with hostile environments. They're trained to deal with you know, these type of tough situations. So why is it that when it comes to black people who are unarmed as well, that they are so frightened? What are you so frightened by? Weren't you trained? If you're that scary, why are you a police officer?
Exactly.
Well, it's like some other. Go be a damn meter maid then.
Exactly. And also what I get tired of is, see, what people love to do, they like to elevate that position. Oh, he's a cop. That's just a job.
Thank you.
That's a job. It's you do that show 9 to 5 and you go home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there was a video that they just made talking about calling it blue racism, how cops are facing racism. I'm like, that is a uniform. It comes off. It's not a skin color.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, because it's like you see this stuff, you just, I mean, it, to a certain
lives matter.
Yeah, it's like, oh, but where blue lives matter with the Somalian dude? I ain't heard them say nothing about my man. He was in fear for his life. That one was a criminal.
But you know
how look into her history.
But y'all know how when something happens with black people, you know, against a black person, people start saying, well, where's Black Lives Matter? Where's Black Lives Matter in the hood and this and that? Well, my question is for the people, these white folk who came up with Blue Lives Matter, where is that at when all of these white men are killing police officers. Because when you look at who
Right.
actually kills police officers, I mean, beyond it being per capita, it's off the charts with white men who
Yeah.
are the biggest killers and threats to police. So
Yeah.
whereas Blue Lives Matter at when white on
Mhm.
white crime happen or white on police crime happen? Where's it at then?
Yeah. Well, my thing with that message is this: what I tell people when they come up with that whole talking point, I'm like, my uncle murdered a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, my uncle is.
In
He's
prison.
in jail.
Yep.
That's the whole distinction. You shoot somebody because you're scared or because you're in fear for your life, or what happened with Ayanna Stanley Jones,
Mm-hmm.
where you shoot a little girl because y'all went into the wrong damn house.
Yep.
Or the one about the dude in Oklahoma who shot that biracial dude. He's been on 3 trials and it's been a hung jury every single time. The dude was, I guess, dating or whatever his daughter, had his arm around him. He tried to reach out to him and say, hello, sir, and he shot him.
Wow.
3 trials, and they still can't convict this dude.
Wow.
The kid was unarmed. And also let's make this abundantly clear. I know we obviously know what happens to black men, but black women as well, because there was a case here in Texas. I think it was in Houston. It happened maybe a year ago. A sister, her and a friend of hers in a car. She gets pulled over. Supposedly they smell marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
So they take this girl on the side of the road, put her on the ground, take her panties off, put her legs behind her ear, and do a cavity search to her right there.
Yep. Yep.
Plain view.
Straight up raped her.
And no charge. They dropped the charges.
That's straight up rape.
Exactly.
That's straight up rape.
And
I mean,
these are the things that we're dealing with, because the thing is, and I know people say, oh, black people want to fight. It's not just fighting a person. You're fighting an entire system. You're fighting a machine. So yeah,
That's
I can
right.
whoop this dude's ass, but it's his word is gospel. Mine isn't.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because most of them, they without the badge and the gun, they punks.
Oh, most.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. They ain't trying to fight. You're scared of me, and you got every possible advantage. Like one of my, I ain't gonna say my favorite, but the dude in Florida,
Yeah.
mentally disturbed dude, with his hands up, and they shot him. Like, don't y'all have binoculars? Don't you have binoculars? Like, have y'all not watched Lethal Weapon? I can buy a net gun. You can shoot someone with a net gun. They trapped. They can't go anywhere. Like my man said in Lethal Weapon, why don't you just shoot him in the knee? Like, what the hell are you killing somebody for? You shot a dude who would land on the ground. A kid had a damn toy train.
And you know what their excuse is? That they are, if they use their weapon, they're not using it to stop or something. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you said.
They're not trained to wound you. They're trained to kill. When they use that weapon, you're done. That's the job of it.
Yeah, but even looking at that, do you recall the football player? I think his name was Pat Tillman. He left the NFL to join the Army after 9/11.
They lied on how he died.
Yeah, they shot him with friendly fire and said, they made it seem like he was John Rambo and all this and that, and they shot their own dude.
Well, remember, that's the same thing they did to Mike Brown. They tried to make it as if he was some superhuman.
That's what they do.
Talk about he ran through bullets. What?
Mm-hmm.
Where? And how? And why the hell, if he run through bullets, why the hell ain't they cloning him and everything else? So we have a whole army full of Army, and Air Force, and everything else, Marines, where people can run through bullets then. Why y'all ain't cloning?
Like, unfortunately, there's so many names. Sean Bell just sitting in his car after his damn bachelor party.
Yep.
You thought you saw him with a gun. Y'all just start dumping on his car.
Yep.
It's like, it's not even just that. Because we talk about, the deaths. I'm talking about the police brutality. Did you hear about this case, Mr. J? It happened in Chicago. I think it happened a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Pulled over, gets harassed by the Chicago PD. Once again, they decide they want to do a cavity search. Tell me why this cop reached into his glove box and pulled out a Phillips head screwdriver.
What?
And stuck that Phillips head screwdriver into this man's rectum.
What?
He did this. This happened years ago. The guy was, he's obviously injured and he's hurt. He tells him what happened, so on. He had been fighting for years. They get the screwdriver. do a DNA. His DNA is on it. They realize that this has happened. He sued and he won. The guys who did this to him still work for the Chicago PD to this day. Both got raised and everything. Make over $100,000 a year.
I believe it. You
After
had
they
PD North
sodomized this
took the
guy.
plunger in old boy ass. They shit. They
Oh,
motherfuckers. Oh, bruh.
oh well, yeah. That's a 20-year anniversary of that with Abner Louima.
but look,
Just
you
horrible.
had again when these people try to act like these are isolated incidences. You have in
Yep.
Chicago where with Laquan McDonald
Juan
case,
McDonald. Yes.
where the corruption, of course, as we know, but the corruption went all the way to the top.
To the
It went
mayor's
all the
office.
way
Yeah.
up to the mayor in suppressing the evidence, suppressing the information, doing everything they could to sweep this whole situation under the rug. So,
Yeah.
this idea that it's just a couple of bad cops and all this stuff, that's bullshit.
Well,
That's
yeah,
straight
I
up
agree.
bullshit. It's a
And I
system in place that
mhm.
not only supports, the assassination of Black people
Right.
and extermination of Black people. Not only does it support it, but honey, you gonna get a raise. Like you said, you gonna get a raise. You
Mhm.
gonna get other, benefits and things. The cops probably uphold these other cops like that so much it's ridiculous.
Yeah. You're exactly
The
right. Because
ones
the thing
who
is,
go out here and just kill Black people.
because the thing about it is, I think what we as Black people need to understand is we cannot view others as individuals when they view us as collective. If one cop is bad, that means all of y'all are bad. Every
That's right.
single one of you.
That's
If
right.
you
That's
standing by and you ain't doing a damn thing about it, it's on you. You are judged by the company you keep. All this and that, but I, as a Black man, have viewed through the lens of all Black men, wrong, right, or otherwise. I give you an example. If I go to an event, let's say it's an event with 5,000 Black people, two people can get into a fight. The two people who get into the fight mar the entire event, even though 4,998 people are there having a good time without a problem.
Yep.
So quit trying to individualize these people. And then one thing we have to stop doing also, one little kind act or gesture does not outweigh 500 years of oppression. Somebody, ooh, he gave me $5 to help me buy some coffee. So the hell what?
Thank you.
Y'all so
Black
like,
people
what the hell is wrong with you? Y'all fall for the easy stuff. A white dude could go on YouTube and say how much he love Black women. 100,000 views.
Yep.
Black guy can go on YouTube and say I love Black women. 87 views.
That's right. Yep.
And that's exactly what it is, vice versa. It's not just women, men do the same way.
That's facts, though.
I mean, that's what it is. I mean, the bar is so low. I just saw, who was it? The white dude who took a knee. The white dude who took a knee, I guess, with his, oh man, look at him. Look at him. You know, he's down. What makes him down? He took a damn knee. Y'all about to sit here and crown this dude the king of Black people because he took a knee. Now, was it self-serving? Let's see. He has a Black wife and a biracial kid. The question is this: if he didn't have those, would he do the same thing?
Okay.
It's not what people do, it's why you do it.
Why you do it.
So I don't want to hear that. So I'm supposed to applaud you for doing the right thing? No.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say, how are we giving people praises for things they supposed to do? What the fuck?
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
that's my whole point.
I was in an argument with this dude, this white dude behind this, who was trying to do that digital blackface. And I straight up called him out on it. And he went ahead and admitted that he's white. But so he was trying to tell me, oh, what did he say? 661,000 or something white people died for Black people's liberation or some old mess. And I said, prove it. And then I said, here's the thing though. They didn't die for no damn. I said, let's say what you said is 100% correct and factual. It's not. Yeah. But let's say that it is. They didn't die for Black people's liberation. They died for doing the right thing. They died being a human being, straight up. So don't put that on Black people, because people should know not to mistreat other people and oppress other people and kill other people and rape them and brutalize them. That should be a given. So they did what was right, not doing for Black people. So that's bullshit.
Exactly.
And when they say that, it's like that. Basically, what they're saying is that Black people are not human. We're some other entity. And so because of that, if a white person supposedly does something in favor of black people, they should be so rewarded because they're
Right,
not
right.
being a fellow human. They're being some great huge superhero because
Yeah.
they decided to help out a black person.
Yeah, exactly. But also on that note too, with that whole number and what he was saying, in all
Yeah,
honesty, they just were following orders. They weren't fighting to liberate black people. That was the Civil War was about money. It
that's
wasn't
right.
about black people. Lincoln himself even said that. So let's please, how many black people just died in the Middle Passage? Don't
Okay.
talk about numbers. I ain't even try to hear that. And like when you said the dude was in the digital blackface, the only thing I could think of was Dr. Khaled Muhammad. Do you know who you talking to, Pekka Wood? You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? That's all I can hear in my head. I don't want to hear that. People credit for stuff you said. I take care of my kids. Fool, that's the hell you're supposed to do. You don't babysit your own kids. What the hell are you talking about?
Okay.
And
Like
applause.
you
Well,
said, the
I ran it.
I
threshold is
watched my
so low.
son the other night. Motherfucker, you watched your son? What?
You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's okay. You're a fireman. I went and put out a fire. Well, that's pretty much your job, bro.
Yeah, that's your
That's what you
job.
signed up for. Now, my uncle ran into a burning house and saved some kids. That wasn't his job.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's totally different. So, you know,
Right.
this whole narrative, because it's like we minimize everything. A black person's life, you die. Well, what did you do? What didn't you do? You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. You
Yep.
shouldn't have. None of those things are punished. Like when I hear people say the whole "get over it," it happened a long time ago. Like, well, let me smack you in your face. I'm gonna tell you what. Get over it. It happened a
Mm-hmm.
few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hear that. I had nothing to do with it, but you're still reaping the benefits from it. When you go to J.P. Morgan Chase, where'd that money come from?
That's right.
Many of these companies, where'd that money come from? If you're still reaping the benefits of and from slavery, you are benefiting from it. So I don't want to hear, well, just because I did. It's like, for instance, if Mr. J, you gave me something, let's say you robbed the place and you like, hey, I'm gonna sell this to you.
Yeah.
Even though I didn't steal it, I am now in possession of stolen goods.
Right.
I'm just as complicit as you,
That's
even though
right.
I didn't take it. So I don't want to hear this whole thing about, oh, well, I didn't do anything with it. If you're not doing anything to end the system, then you're a part of it.
That's
You're a
right.
spoke in the wheel, because you can have any system, but you need players to run it.
Exactly.
If you,
And
because I'm sure
mhm.
many of these people are going up there saying, okay, well, I don't deserve this raise or this bonus. Actually, Thomas does or Keisha does. You ain't gonna turn that down. So get the
Okay.
hell up out of here with that.
And the
You
thing
know what I'm saying?
about it is, and this is where I always get them to, and they can't get around this, but it's hilarious. When white people, like you were saying, they tell us, get over it, and slavery was a long time ago, and like stop crying and whining about it, whatever. But here's the thing: these are the same people who's sitting up trying to uphold the damn Confederate flag. Get over it. You lost.
Exactly.
So why
Yep.
is it okay for you to try to hold on to a damn Confederate flag as a representation of something that happened a long time ago,
Exactly.
for us to deal with something that still continues to this day, but that happened a long
Exactly.
time ago? You have where white people across this country have these damn Confederate
Yeah, I know what you're talking
role
about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, where they come and they be dressed up and
Those
they
reenactments, reenact the
exactly
whole thing.
they
Yeah.
reenact damn Civil War. What the hell? But you gonna
Why
tell
you want to
us
read?
we should get over
Why you
slavery?
want to? Why would you want to reenact being a loser?
Okay,
I'm
and
nah,
then
because
say
actually
it's not racist. Get the hell out of here. You
I was
can't
watching,
go
I
it.
was reading something I think last week. American over there being, the normal American over in Germany gets drunk,
Yeah.
throwing up a Nazi salute. Well, he shouldn't have did that in Germany. So they threw his ass in
Mm,
jail.
mm.
The only place you gonna see Nazi anything is in a museum. They don't play
Damn,
that
that's
over
right.
there. So this whole it's my heritage. Well, your heritage is being a loser. That's exactly what it is. I mean,
Okay.
if you want to have that stuff, I mean, if you're a black person living in South Carolina, you got to drive on Jefferson Davis Expressway. You got to see
Mm,
Robert E. Lee Boulevard.
mm-hmm.
It's like,
And they commemorate. I think it's either 6 or 8 states that
yeah,
commemorate Martin Luther King Day with Robert
hmm
E.
yeah. I think I remember last year I heard about. Well, actually, I think it was early this year. One state was trying to. Was it Mississippi? I think it was Mississippi. They were trying to commemorate them together or whatever. I'm like, look, and they're like, well, this
Literally
is
on
a
the same
slippery.
day.
Yeah,
Yep.
well, they tried to put them on the same day, basically. This is
Like
this
they
is a
went to
slippery slope.
people were showing how in Arkansas, because that's one of the states where they do it.
Yeah.
It's on record as being a holiday.
Yeah. Right.
They may call it an unofficial one or whatever, but
Yeah.
they went to like this one county in Arkansas, and they was closed for Martin Luther King or whatever, but the sign on the door said
Yeah.
in observance of Robert E. Lee and MLK Day. Robert E. Lee
Yeah.
was first. It shouldn't have been on there in the first damn place. Not
Exactly.
only was it on there, it was first. And then they just abbreviated MLK. But Robert E. Lee,
Exactly.
say his name, you spell his name out, you put his name on there, you put him first. And so these are the type of things that they do. And sadly, many of our brothers and sisters either don't know this stuff or just very passive about it. And what happens is white people try to convince Black people, they're peeing on your leg trying to tell you it's raining. That's the whole thing, is this idea of trying to reinvent racism. And so now instead of racism, they call it race realism. So they're basically saying that, for instance, with Black people, because we've been characterized so much as being thugs and criminals and just no good, that it's not them being racist if they suspect or believe a Black person to be a thug. It's just race realism, because being a thug is so prevalent in the Black community. And it's like, some of these Black fools out here are accepting it. Some of these conservatives and different people, that's just what it is. There are so many thugs and this and that. So it's okay for them to label all Black people as thugs. It's not racism, it's race realism. And then the other thing is, they do all of these things and try to sway your thinking about it, like, well, no, that's not what it really is, because many Black folk are operating on a totally antiquated idea of what definition
is
of what racism is. So these people are still thinking that whole thing about nigger and all of that. I hate you and KKK and all that. They still in terms of that. They think that's racism. Racism today doesn't necessarily have to be as overt as that. It's much more subtle. It's a subtlety that's going on with the racism. And again, a lot of our people, they don't understand that.
Yeah, it's funny with how you say that, Mr. J, because I was thinking about something, like I think it was Dr. Amos Wilson who said this. You come over to this country that you supposedly discovered. You encounter the native inhabitants, right? So you label them as savages. That way you can treat them savagely.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Same thing. If you dehumanize something, it's like when they're saying we were 3/5 of a person. I'm like, so we're 3/5 of a person, but that didn't stop you from raping and having sex with these people that you consider to be 3/5 of a person. What the hell they say about you? You know what I'm saying? That, I mean, like, people, when they hear slavery, they think of somebody just picking cotton all day. I'm like, did y'all really read and study what actually happened to our ancestors?
That's
like where they would literally pull someone's teeth out and put them in their own mouths.
Yep.
Branding people, putting people in hot boxes, cutting off limbs, taking children and throw them in swamps as alligator bait, beating, maimings, torture. But it was just picking cotton. It was just picking cotton. I'm like, man, get the hell up out of here. Like y'all say, get over this stuff. But why are we commemorating 9/11? That was a long time ago.
Thank you.
Get over it. That's 16 years ago.
Why are people reenacting the damn Civil War?
Exactly.
Why are people doing any of that? But anytime we talk about slavery, we should just get over it.
Exactly. And any injustice that happened, that was just the times. One thing that was very poignant to me, I only watched this movie once because it just pissed me off, but it was A Time to Kill.
Okay.
Yeah.
The movie with Samuel L. Jackson where he said that famous line.
Hell yeah, hope he died. Hope he burned in hell.
Exactly. But the part that really resonated with me was when Matthew McConaughey was giving his closing speech, right? And he was talking about, he said, I want all of you to close your eyes. And I want you to envision this. And he talks about everything. He said, now I want you to envision this little girl being a white girl. You know what I'm saying? That always stuck with me. So the fact that this was a young black body, a young black girl, that wasn't good enough for what happened to her, the abuse, the torture. They had to see her as being a little lily white, blonde hair, blue eyed, John Bonet Ramsey clone.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Because her life didn't matter. Her life didn't have value, even though she did nothing wrong except walking home. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's what annoys the hell out of you. You know this again and again and again. When people are, I mean, the case obviously with Emmett Till, the two men who lynched, murdered, and because I have a book that I keep with me. So whenever somebody says get over it, I want to show it to them. The name of the book is Without Sanctuary. It is a photographic history of lynching in America. You can't unsee a black man whose body has been cut in half, burnt to a crisp, tied down to a pallet with a group of white people just smiling and grinning around him.
That's
right. So next time, look at that and tell me to get over that. When I see a picture with 3 black people hanging from a tree, tell me to get over that.
Okay.
I mean, it's my mom did not want to give me the book. I'm like, I gotta have it. I keep it on my coffee table. You know, y'all talk about never forget 9/11. I'm never gonna forget that.
I know.
You know,
that's
your
right.
people are savages, and lynching
And
ain't stopped. I know we hear. Oh yeah, most definitely.
You know, you're not gonna
it's just
put me
like
into forgetting about my history. And here's the thing: they tell you that as if you quote unquote forget about your history, like things are just going to be all good for you. No, they're not. You know, you forgetting about your history and you still dealing with the same old damn racism, white supremacy today. So how is you forgetting about your history benefiting you?
It's the equivalent of when
the black community better.
It's the equivalent of them asking us to, like, you know how when little kids used to get you hide under the blanket and you think nobody can see you because you can't see nobody, but everybody see that big lump right there in the middle of the bed. Right. You that's what they telling us to do. Pull the blanket over us. We don't see nothing and it will all go away. Well, but everybody can still see.
Yeah, it's like what's that famous line in The Wizard of Oz? Disregard the man behind the curtain. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's what they want us to do. Disregard the man behind the curtain. It's an optical illusion. He's really not there. No, we're not gonna forget this. I'm like, God forgives. I don't. What are you talking about?
That's just disrespectful as hell to even expect people to feel like that. What does that say about you that you feel like I should just get over the brutality against my people? Really?
Yes, indeed. And I agree with you also, Mr. J, because I obviously about Dr. Amos Wilson and just the powerful man that he was. I was listening to one of his lectures. He was talking about how, you know, people say, "Oh, well, slavery, that was a long time ago, and it doesn't affect me now." He said, "What language do you speak?"
Hello. What's your last name?
What's your last name? What religion do you have?
That's right.
But you say, exactly. It has ongoing effects. You know, if you want to call it post-slavery, whatever term you want to use, many of the traditions, many of the things that we do, whether it's good, whether it's bad, it comes from there. You know what I'm saying? So to sit here and say, let's just disregard that. I remember that story of Lena Horne back in the 60s where she, or might have been, it was in the 60s. She's at home one day with her white husband and they're seeing the news coming in from Alabama of our ancestors being beat, hit, kicked, shot with water hose, attacked by dogs. She's sitting there clutching her pearls, mortified. He like, what's the big deal? You know what I'm saying? What the problem is? You know, and you don't stop being. Now, some people try. They try and subvert it, like, oh no, that stuff doesn't matter and whatever. But it happens to you no matter where you are.
You didn't have to say that.
Exactly. It's like when I hear people, like when people throw out the whole all lives matter. All lives should matter, but all lives don't.
That's
so
right.
I don't operate off the idea of what should, could, or might be. Like yourself, I focus on what is.
Yes, that's right.
Fairy tale existence of what might be, what should be. It's like that's sitting here saying, well, I know I ain't got no food and I'm starving, but I should have some.
And that reminds me of this hangout me and Renee was just in with these fools. Coons was sitting up here trying to tell us the same thing you were just saying, like just pretty much just like close your eyes, don't worry about it, it'll all go away. These coons are delusional. They think that if they kiss up enough to, like, it was white people all up in the live chat and in the hangout, so they was performing like a motherfucker. They was performing for nigga snacks like a motherfucker, for real. They was saying all types of craziness.
And I was cutting them to pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, nah, that what you just
They
said,
didn't know I
a psycho. That reminds me of something. This got a Texas politician a lot of hot water. He's basically saying if a woman's getting raped, just lay there and enjoy it.
Wow.
Crazy.
Just lay there and enjoy it.
I mean, they was
lay there and enjoy it
and try to justify white supremacy. I sat up here and we oh, Renee, you missed that part. After you left, we started talking about reparations and everything else. This, that, and third. I'm talking to them about, you know, how we deserve reparations and everything. And they said, well, white people shouldn't pay us reparations until the Africans pay us reparations because they're the ones who sold us off to the white man and blah, 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 blah.
Okay. I heard
my God.
a little bit of that earlier.
Yeah, they really said that. They really said that.
Oh my God.
Because what I said is, our people built this damn country. This was on the backs of black people's blood, sweat, and tears, literally. Like, let's keep it 100. So therefore, our ownership is within this country, on this land. And I don't give a damn what Africans sold other Africans. That does not excuse what the white man has done to our people.
Exactly.
Trying to deflect and point the finger and say, well, what about them? That doesn't make you
That is such a white supremacist argument, though. Like that is a straight white supremacist. I swear. Tell me you ain't feel like you was arguing with white supremacists up in that hangout that day.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. You got some, They sound like them Clayton Bigsby types, the black white supremacists. You know what I'm saying?
It was really, really sickening. I was like, damn, they got child. They got child, man.
Honestly, what that sounds like, Sister Renee, is like, I don't know if you're like, I know you have a sister, whatever, but like you around your little relatives or your little cousins or whatever. Well, he did it too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. A way to lessen what you did because, well, he did it too. I'm like, no.
Yep.
Parents sold us out and sent us over here. That was one act. That does not excuse the 500 years that we went through. So because everything that they did over here doesn't matter because, well, they were the one who sold you over here. So everything you did is moot. And that's like if I go get sloshed at a bar, get behind a wheel, drunk, hit and kill somebody. Well, it ain't my fault. They the one who sold me the alcohol. I shouldn't be charged. They should be charged. They sold it to me. Right. So I'm like, what kind of sense is that?
Right.
I'm like, and this is impacting you. I mean, we got Japanese people who getting reparations, Jewish people who don't even deserve it, who aren't even a part of the Holocaust. Our tax dollars. Why is America paying reparations for something that we didn't do?
Okay.
And for reparations for some Jewish people. You know, I'm just like, what the y'all fools is just. I tell you what, I want your share. That's what I want. You don't want it, I'll take your share.
And this is their hypocrisy. And this is their hypocrisy. This is their lies. This is their contradictions. Is they always say, you know, black people, you guys need to pull yourselves up by your bootstraps and get your communities together. But of course, whenever we do that, they destroy it. Exactly. And then in our modern times, whenever we do that and we have different things, they say that we're being racist. So when we have like the National Negro College Fund, they say that we're being racist. But isn't that something where we're trying to pull ourselves up by our bootstraps?
Exactly.
Isn't something trying to benefit our own community? So how was that racist then? Yeah. Because y'all always say that we need to do better. So which one is it? And see, that's their lie, and that's what I try to get a lot of black people to understand, because these white people will tell you quick, fast, in a hurry, you know, this whole rhetoric about go back to Africa and all that. Okay, well, don't come to me with that rhetoric. Go deal with your white ancestors, because they were the ones who sought to destroy Marcus Garvey's repatriation movement. They're the ones who try to prevent Africa for Africans and black people going back to Africa. So don't come to me talking that mess about why don't we just go back to Africa? Why did your people destroy Marcus Garvey's movement? Answer that. If y'all want to gone so much, why the hell y'all didn't let us be gone?
Well, Psycho, do you remember that one hangout I think New Possibilities had a few months ago with that? It was a black woman on there who I guess she said she stopped dating black men. You remember that one?
Oh, Lord.
He tends to attract those type of females over there.
Yeah, but remember she was on there though, because she had the
I'm
same
trying to
talking.
remember which one you're talking about. Are you talking about
It was
Summer? You talking about that Summer girl?
nah. He did a hangout with this chick. I guess she goes by single stay-at-home mom or something like that.
Oh yeah,
Her.
Oh yeah, she's a coon. She's a straight
Nah,
up coon.
Because what she said was
she
what you were.
dating.
What you said was what you were saying about the, I guess, those other people who hang out you on. She was saying the same thing. Like New Possibility was telling her, okay, well, you know, black men out here, they go to school, they get an education, whatever, and they can't get a job. Her response,
right.
well, you need just to create your own job.
That's bullshit. Excuse my French.
Yeah, she's an idiot.
That was English.
Yeah,
idiot, by the way.
Well, she said that white supremacy didn't exist, but if you're gonna date white people, you have to say that, because the
Don't
queen
you
of
know
New
that this same female that you talking about, after Tammy got punched in the face, made a video complaining about the dudes that punched Tammy in the face, and I'm like, hold up, wait, you that same type of chick that will sit up here and say black men never stand up for black women, and then when a black man stands up for a black woman, you turn around and say black men ain't shit because they punched Tammy in the face. Like, hold up, black men don't stand up for black women, black men ain't shit. Black man stands up for black woman, he still ain't shit.
Yeah.
That's right.
And she is the living, breathing embodiment of what I can't stand about some black people. You hopping over the fence, stay over there.
That's right.
Why are you still talking about people that you say you want nothing to do with? You don't want to be in Blackistan. You don't want struggle love. How are you gonna be a woman who's been married to a white dude for 14 years, but you still talk about black men?
Industry. It's an industry.
Exactly.
They all see Tammy saw. I can get paid bashing the opposite gender. It's a market there, and that's what her and all the rest of those swirlers that act like they can't stand black men and everything else, but yet talk about them all day, every day. It's a hustle. It's a hustle.
Well, nah, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm on the cool. I'm gonna tell you, years ago there was a blog talk show I used to call into, right? And the host, I mean, I wouldn't say she was a feminist and like that, but she would go hard on black men or whatever. You know, I'd listen, talk to her, and she would talk all that rhetoric on the line. But then she sent me a private message trying to holler at me. She said, I didn't want to say this on the air. I'm like, so you talk all that yin yang and whatchamacallit on the line, but you don't want everybody to know that you trying to slide up in my DM over here and holler at me. Right. So it's like a lot of them, and the whole hurt thing, some people have it far better than you. Some people have it far worse. Unfortunately, that's life. Life ain't fair. Fair is a place where you get a funnel cake. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we all go through things, and some people have gone through some pretty severe things. The guy you wanted didn't want you. That's how life works. The person you like may not like you. The person that likes you, you may not like. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So wah, it's because of this. It's because of this. Nah, if everybody telling you the same thing, it's probably just you. You know what I'm saying? So I understand people can get duped, people can get lied to, but if it keeps on happening to you, either you naive or gullible, or you going outside of your I don't like to put rating systems on people, but maybe you just not, you going outside of your market value.
Exactly.
Because the woman that will love you, honor you, cherish you, the man that will love, honor, and cherish you, you don't want that person.
That's right. That's right.
And that's where the issue arises. It's like I remember Nelly. Kelly Rowland and Nelly did a couple songs together. Kelly Rowland liked Nelly. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So even though Kelly might have been the perfect woman Kelly Rowland, she really liked Nelly. They did a couple songs together. She liked him, would have liked to date him. But he wanted Beyonce. Right. Even though Kelly might have been the perfect woman for him, a great mother, he wanted Beyonce. So a lot of times it's not black men or black women, it's the black men and women that you like. That's right. And that's the distinction. But see, nobody ever wants to take up and understand it. Like when I see a dude like the football player Antonio Cromartie, he got like 10, 11 kids by like 9 different women. Oh man. I'm like, wow. I heard he got a vasectomy and still got his wife pregnant with twins. And I'm like, how the hell could you get 9 other kids? Okay. My God.
I think Sean Kim got a gang of kids like that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Kim is infamous.
I don't know what he over there doing, but honey, he was something.
He got it. He got that super duper over there or something.
He got that
Because I'm like, yo,
supersonic. He got that
yes,
supersonic.
yes, he does, bro. You need to stay. Don't even sneeze around a woman.
Okay.
It's like that joke in Eddie Murphy Delirious. Like when he come around, the fish stop swimming. you don't want nothing to do with him because he touch you like ET, you pregnant.
Oh,
You know
my
what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, that stuff is crazy to me. It's because a lot of it comes from a place of hurt. You
yeah.
you take what you get as opposed to getting what you actually want.
Right.
And you're not happy. You're lonely. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to really change your entire demeanor, your whole everything to be with this person. You have to totally. If you got to get a manual on how to date somebody, that's a problem. I don't need a manual to meet. If I met a person who was
I know that's right.
I don't need a guidebook on how to deal with them. I just treat them with respect. I don't need a man. Well, you need to do this and wear your hair this way. And I'm like, so just basically don't be everything except for yourself.
Okay.
That's ridiculous. That's
Bottom
no way
line.
to live. That's like being a prisoner, man. Okay, I got this guy in this nice house, and that's all you got. You know, so, and I'm like I said, I don't discriminate, male or female, whether you're a bed bug or on the other side of the equation. Now, my thing is, if you're gonna do it, just bounce. I don't want you coming to black events. Don't come to, hey, my brother, I'll throw a rock at you. Get the hell up out. I ain't your brother. Hell yeah, get away from me. That Big Becky brand, don't bring that around me.
And let me tell you, it's so many of these black women, these channels with black women with white men. And the reason I feel like it's so many channels, and there's a lot of really big channels. I can probably name 10. Excuse me. Really off the top of my head, that have big followings, that have 100,000, 200,000. A couple that got a couple of them got 1 million. This girl Nikki and Jamie.
Yeah, and I know who she is. I know who she is.
Yeah, and the other Patricia, and I forgot her white husband's name, but it's quite a few. Now the thing is, I feel like a lot of those black women have those channels because they're trying to get back at black men. They're trying to kind of showboat what they think is something that makes them better.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, that's true.
Parade they they parade their white mates around like they trophy husbands. It is,
but the thing about it is, see, they can do that on the internet, but they're not going to go to a place where it's a lot of black people. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to do that.
No,
they're absolutely not. They're not going to come around. Okay, we're at a Jill Scott concert.
Nope.
That white, because I've known.
Yep, you're right. When those type of relationships go down, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have to conform to the white person's way of life. You're gonna have to conform. You're doing less black things and more white things in your life.
You're gonna have to do the Eminem thing. You have to lose yourself, your identity, because some of them they've totally assimilated. They don't care. They live in a bubble. They don't care about black issues, black causes, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And most people like that don't even really have black friends. You go look at their friends and everything else, they surrounded by white people. They like the only black person around. It'll be like a sea of white people. It'd be one black spot right there.
And you see how that worked out for that dude. What's his name? Bakari, the one who went to Greece.
That's right. That's right.
And then there was a girl in Tennessee. She was with a white dude, and she was always talking about anti-Black Lives Matter and black people they own worst enemy. She ended up drowning in the pool under some suspicious circumstances.
Wow.
Because everybody she was around was also. And I'm like, hey, I can't do nothing for you, man. I don't, do what you're gonna do. Just do it quietly and walk off into the sunset. I ain't got nothing for you. I know some people are a little bit more forgiving. I said in my family, we not. It's a rule. You date interracial, you disowned in my family, no exceptions. You gotta go. We don't care about your kids. We don't care about you.
I agree.
And you know what it is on the front end, so you can't. We ain't saying you can't do it, but if you do, bye.
Be prepared.
If it works out for you. Tough breaks. It's always FUBU. So, that's just the way it works. We ain't got nothing for you. And like I said, whatever the reason, getting back or whatever, I'm like, that's you. I hope you live in a bubble and you never leave the house. Because the real world, because I'll never forget, I was watching an episode of MTV True Life and they had this interracial couple. I think they were also from Tennessee, black woman, white dude. And I remember they went to the civil rights.
Yes, I know exactly what you're
They went to the civil rights museum and they were sitting on the bus at Rosa Parks.
Yes.
Was on, and she's sitting there like sobbing, and he didn't really know how to,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right. Because it
I
was
was
kind of
like,
like, what's the big deal?
basically. Oh, and I'm gonna tell you this. A friend of mine, his brother-in-law is white. Like they married, they're not friends or anything, but they married two sisters, right? So
Mhm.
the white dude, he's like the classic wigger type. I knew him
Oh,
when I,
God.
before I kind of got well, anyway, love black women, best friend black. Now, him and his wife, he was from Ohio originally. They go to his his family's home after some years, and then they knew he was married to the woman. His sister called his wife a nigger right in front of him. Oh, she didn't mean it. It wasn't that big of a deal, right? Now, this same dude, I thought white guys had white privilege. Whenever they got in bond and trouble, they lived with her mother for like 6 years,
Wow.
right? And then okay, now here's the topping part though. Okay, they have a daughter, a little biracial girl, and they were going to one school, which is a little bit more mixed school, whatever. He
Mhm.
pulled her out of that school and put her in another school, which people do that all the time, but pulled her out is why he did it. It wasn't because the school she was in was bad or it wasn't up to standard. It's because the other school was predominantly white. He wanted his daughter to date a white guy.
What?
But love sees no color, right? Your best friend is black,
Wait.
but you wanted to guarantee that your daughter married a white dude. That's why he put her in that school.
That's right. That's right.
You-
But see, that's the thing. They can maintain. Um, See, like you said about losing yourself, we lose ourselves
Exactly.
within just existing in this society among these people, and they don't.
Yep.
They don't
Be who they are.
exactly. They don't compromise their belief system. They don't compromise
Mhm.
that, and they can be supposedly the best of friends with black people. They will still hold
Mhm.
political views. They will still hold their social views. They will still hold their religion or
Mhm.
non-religion.
Black. Yep.
You know, they still hold on
Yeah.
to everything, and they can just
Man,
still be so-called friends with black people. But for black,
exactly.
we got to change everything about us to accommodate white.
Exactly.
We have to
Mhm.
laugh at their jokes. We have to stop hanging around as many black people. We have to maybe start speaking a certain way or act like we
Mhm.
like certain things that we really may not. We just
Right.
change everything.
Exactly. And a classic example, not in terms of changing, but like how somebody can have certain views and political beliefs, and it doesn't interfere with who they mate with. Strom Thurmond. Strom Thurmond was an out and out bigot, hated black people. That didn't stop him from getting his parents' underage maid pregnant and having a biracial daughter.
That's right.
Even though he put legislation on a book that crippled black people
Mm.
from having a baby with that woman. You see
And
what I'm
that's
saying? And that's the thing people don't understand.
right. See, they can compartmentalize when it comes to sex
Oh, most definitely.
because
Most definitely.
because they're animals anyway. But it doesn't for them, sex doesn't have to be any emotion or um any real
Yeah.
spiritual connection. It's
Yep.
just an act for them.
Mm-hmm.
So because
And
of
it's
that, they can engage sexually with the same people who the next day they will hang from a tree, you know,
yeah,
um,
yeah,
and and not bat an eyelash. And
yeah,
black people haven't figured we haven't figured that out yet because the first
yeah.
thing that happens if a black woman gets with a white man, oh girl, and they ain't all got no small thing and yeah, he this and that. They feel like they have to. That's a badge of honor. When a black man
Exactly.
gets with a white woman, that's a badge of honor. Yeah, I got me a snow bunny. I got me a pink toe. You know, all of this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
You
yeah, yeah. I agree. I agree.
know,
And I
just from
know, and just if you go back and look at many things, I mean, just hearing some of the stories of what happened, where a white man at any time could just come to your door and say, "Bring me your daughter,"
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
you as a man had to sit there and allow that, or
See,
your
yeah,
wife, and she's over, and these dudes are making advantage. It's almost like in that. I mean, I know it's a movie, but if you recall that scene in Braveheart, in which they had first right to anyone, any man's woman, could just go up to her. It could be her wedding night, he could have her before her own husband could.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So the psychological aspect of that
Because
you feel powerless and helpless, you know, that anybody could just come and just point, I want her.
right.
And
And,
you had to acquiesce to it.
and we have to understand that these are the same people who engage in sexual acts with animals, you
Exactly.
know, and who even do things, and people say things, not all white people screw animals. But look at this. When you see white people who own pets and things, to me, many of them
Oh,
engage sexually with their pets by licking them in the mouth, letting the
oh,
dog
sweet
in the
Jesus.
mouth, sleeping in the
Yeah.
bed with them.
Yeah.
Just a lot of the things that they do uh,
Mm-hmm.
is just inappropriate. So we're
Almost
talking
definitely.
about people who screw animals. So you can't have an expectation of them to have any type of spiritual connection when it comes to sex and intimacy. But black people, for whatever reason, think that if a white person screws them, that makes that white
Yeah.
person non-racist. That means the
Exactly.
white person can't be a white supremacist. When that's the furthest thing from the truth. In fact,
And
those people who most often want to screw black people.
yeah. And then what's funny about that, I'm like, you do realize that on the plantation that they were raping black women in. That didn't stop. You know what I'm saying? They raped black women in, they still kept them enslaved. So what's so different now? Actually, and this is what actually I know we were talking about Abner Louima earlier, and what happened to him. A lot of people don't know is one of the guys who did that to him with the broomstick or whatever and all that was married to a black woman, which is ridiculous.
Wait, repeat that because it cut off.
I'm sorry, you know the story of Abner Louima. That's the gentleman in New York. They beat him, hit him, and they stuck the plunger into his anus.
Right, right.
One of the cops who did that to him was married to a black woman.
Mm. Hmm.
Offended him to the nth degree,
See.
even after he divorced her for an Asian woman. She still defends him.
Oh, wow.
That's not the man that I know.
Sound like
It's
Stage
just like,
Still crazy ass.
oh,
I just saw her batshit crazy ass on Sports Center earlier. I
Hey,
told
y'all,
people
I'll be right back.
fired from ESPN. Oh wait, I'm about to get ready to get up out of here anyway. It's almost 6 o'clock over here. I'm about to get ready to shut this down. Y'all want to say anything before y'all leave?
Okay. I would just want to say about Sarnetta that I appreciate all the contributions that he's made. Um, I still, of course, have respect for him and, um, you know, but we got to do better. And, just because you upset with whatever other situations doesn't excuse using somebody who was a damn race traitor against your own people, many of which have supported you for years. So I think it would
yeah,
be it would be good if Sonetta hear this makes a public apology to the people who do support him. And it's as far as what he said about Tommy being right and all that, or Tammy, excuse me, being right and all that. That was just a low blow to me. That was a real low blow. So
yeah,
that's all I was saying. I ride with people who are really authentic about this, like y'all, people who are not wishy washy. One day they say this, then the next day they calling you a nigger. Because a lot of people now are using this nigger term toward other black people.
yeah,
So that's
yeah.
all I would say. And y'all, we gotta get our minds right.
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
I totally agree. Back love, you want to say anything?
Oh yeah, just real quick. Thank you, Psycho, once again, Sister Renee, for allowing me to join. I'm actually here pretty soon. I'm gonna start doing hangouts of my own.
That's
So
what's up.
I like to invite y'all on. I probably just do them on
That's what's up.
Sundays, early, not too late. Hopefully people can join. I'll probably the next week or so. I'll probably just do it at the same time every week. I want to do different things like about relationships, like and all of that, but also like maybe we can watch something or read a book. Like I really wanted to talk about cosmic slop. If you haven't, I really want to talk about that and diagnose that and break that down. Also, I want to have everybody watch Unforgivable Blackness, so we can talk about that as well. So, and probably I'll set up like a little fun, but not for me personally. I want to take the money and give it back to the community or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Actually, what I want to do is I want to put on an event to honor 100 Black women. So, so that's what we want to do, raise money for something like that. Mr. Renee, I know you're doing your t-shirts and everything. I know you're on Black Spot. They have like a little marketplace where you can actually go and put that stuff up there so people can see it. So if you it's got a little marketplace. You can just put it up there to your site, maybe pictures of your shirts and everything, that people on there who can find your site and everything like that. So
thank you.
It'll be appreciated.
Yeah, I need to start messing with Black Spot more.
Oh yeah, well, like I said, he's putting together. He's trying to build Black Spot TV where people can actually do videos and live streams, and like if they have like documentaries, they can do like pay-per-view where you can set it up where people like a Hulu thing. You can put it on there, people can just pay to watch.
Wow.
So he's raising money. He's trying to raise to get it up and running. So if you can get on there and just take a look around, it'd be cool. And just lastly, y'all have a good I don't know if you celebrate the holiday, if you do or don't, but just enjoy your weekend and be careful out there.
Same to y'all. Same to everybody.
That's what's up. Ed, you there?
All right.
Yeah, I'm here. Just thanks for having me on.
Sweet.
Yeah, that was short and sweet. No problem, son. Yeah, I totally agree with what Renee said. As far as like the whole side of the situation. I got respect for what he did and everything else and what he started, but I gotta stay true to my worldview. You understand? I can't compromise myself to sit. I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Once I see somebody start changing on me and their views start changing, and from what originally attracted me to that person, as far as like following this person, and I know I gotta step away. I gotta step away because I'm solid with my views. My views are not. I'm not wishy-washy on mine. I've had these views for quite some time. They are well thought out, well formulated. I made sure all my views coincide with each other. They justify each other, and I'm not going to break that away because somebody wants to get YouTube hits or something like that. Like I can't. Like if that's what's important to him, then he go ahead and have fun. I'm looking for people that's a little bit more serious about what they say. I want people that say what they mean and mean what they say.
Most definitely.
I want to know where people are at. I like consistency, and he's not being consistent, and that's my issue.
He turned into Andrew Young, man.
Yeah, for real. You know what I mean? But I want to say peace, Black power to the family. I'll be going live someday this weekend, maybe tomorrow, later on today, I should say. I'm acting like this ain't Friday already. But yeah, shout out to everybody on the panel, Renee, Ed, Back to Love. Back to Love, bro. Comment in the chat so they can find your channel. I think Fran wants you to comment in the chat so she can find your channel.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks. And appreciate everybody for listening. Catch y'all this weekend. We out.
Already.